Yeah, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to our broadcast. This is teamfortress.tv. I am one of your two hosts, eXtine, and well, we got production done by Console tonight, and I am joined by Aquila. We got a fantastic match, Smiley Face versus Meat Market. How you doing, Aquila?
I'm doing pretty good, Looking forward to the match tonight. You know, we got a playoff week 3, or round 3 at least, I think, and we're gonna have a best of 3 tonight between, like you said, the colon right parenthesis gang and Meat Market.
This is the lower bracket finals of the playoffs. So the winning team here gets the opportunity to contest our Froyotech for this traditional Sixes inaugural season. The title. Froyotech so dominant in ESEA, and well, they have a couple RGL titles, but this would be their first Sixes one. And both these teams put in a pretty solid performance in the season, but with kind of like also some of these teams looking ahead towards next season. What's your take on this, Aquila?
Well, I'd like to say that, you know, new league, Froyotech looking to carry over their dominance from ESEA. You know, so far they've had pretty good luck at that, but we're going to be seeing Meat Market versus Smiley Face tonight, trying to find a spot against Froyotech to contest. And it is going to be a rematch of an earlier playoff round, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure as well that this was the first round of the upper bracket. These two teams did go up against each other. I want to say it was me mark it down into the bottom though on that. And this first mid fight though has been kind of slow, so it's not a ton of play-by-play. But Use is getting up on top. Sin the first one down. There goes 404, and Taylor though also side guy. Looks like Meat Market going to be coming out ahead, although they are going to have to kind of retake to get the midpoint here.
Yeah, Quartz is doing a great job of pressuring Patty out. You know, he's on that Demo Man class that's locking out a ton of spam for Meat Market, so that's going to make space for the rest of the Smiley Face to go in and clean up. But, oh my goodness, Yosh wreaking havoc on their team, going to keep his men alive, playing that fantastic Pocket Scout role.
Yeah, Sandblast even popping off in the chat, and some of the other players as well. Patty's popping off, so Meat Market getting ready to go here. Certainly a strong performance by Yosh and company on this first mid. It's going to put them into a strong place here as well to just push their way into second here and be in a strong position to Uber into last.
Yeah, Meat Market has a ton of time now. They have the advantage up on 404. So we're going to see Smiley Face getting on those defensive off classes to try to stop a Meat Market push coming in potentially. But they're going to have to get in pretty quick because 404 is getting pretty close on his Uber at 85%.
Yeah, and the Ubercharge is going to come in here. Patty on the Demo Man, pushing in through low. Sandblast trying to clear some stickies off. The Uber fades on him, so he's just trying to toe the point a little bit. Use did get a kill on Ash. The Demo Man Zaylor getting thrown sky high, but we do have the Ubercharge out here for 404. With Patty down, not going to be a Meat Market repush immediately. And it looks like Smiley Face has held the line for now.
Yeah, it looks like Smiley Face is going to use that space that Meat Market is giving them to kind of push him out of lobby here. But they're going to have to slow down because the spam classes are still alive for Meat Market. And they're going to do a good job of locking them out of Shutter, stopping anything that Smiley Face wants to take. But it looks like, you know, nothing too crazy happening. Both the medics are at even Uber advantage now. So we're going to see a reset.
I mean, certainly this plays into the favor of Smiley Face. They had to hold that last defense under, you know, desperate situations, facing an Uber charge. But with the Uber's going to be even here, this does settle things down quite a bit. And of course, just getting this match underway, a best of 3 tonight. And this is going to be our first map, Snakewater our second. And if we need it, Koth clear cut.
That'll be interesting to see if it does go to clear cut. I have not seen that map myself, but it is a relatively new addition, you know, picking it up in RGL now as another addition to the Koth family. So we'll see how that goes, but right now we are on Sunshine. Next map going to be Snakewater, so we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah, Koth kind of like a small, tight-knit family, but clear-cut the new addition. We'll see if we can get there, though. First off, one team is going to end up this map a winner. Right now, Meat Market does kind of have the upper hand, although that's, you know, kind of subtle attempt to shift over to their left-hand side and push through. Got stopped.
Yeah, bot mode's got pretty interesting sentry placement here. It denies that whole right side, so his combo can hold left. However, it opens you up to spam from so many different angles. But Sin gonna opt for the initiative here, and Yosh as well trying to go for a double sack, finding Ash out of that, but nothing else gonna go their way. That's gonna be 4 players alive on Meat Market now. Gonna trigger a repush from Smiley Face gang. Corsa taking the leash here, putting some pressure onto the combo, sticking off the shutter is the Demo Man Patty on the side of Meat Market. Not much they could do there, so it looks like they're going to try to back up instead.
So yeah, that's okay for Meat Market. Patty, you know, being soaked to take down that sentry gun, open up that possibility for the sack. They got the exchange there as well. That made that very difficult to push out afterwards. We're going to see Yosh on the spy, which is a good opportunity to perhaps open things up here and create a surprise.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, I think he got splashed down there. That's unfortunate. Yo, and then Ash tried to chase that, but his rocket just hit the ledge there, barely off. Yosh actually, okay, never mind. I'm not sure. He's making his decision whether he wants to go all the way back or if he's gonna stay in.
Yeah, it's the dangerous thing about these spy plays is it puts you in this position where if you're spotted out before you're able to make your move, your clash just becomes completely useless.
Yeah.
And
We're
Face knows about him now. But.
Yeah, we're in a pause, so I mean that almost gives us a second to talk about that circumstances. And well, at I-65, we had Jae-Hyun Pae representing for Ascent NA, and got spotted on that spy, but still was able to get in there with that revolver. 3 shots, got the drop on the medic, and there's still an opportunity. It just makes it that much harder. But also, this is just kind of one of those kind of classic situations where, you know, teams waiting to see how that dam is going to break and who's going to make the first real move, right?
Yeah, they also do have the bot mode sentry factor in play, so that might throw a wrench in Yosh's gears, but I wouldn't put it behind Yosh to make something happen because he's been pretty successful on that spy class this whole entire season. I can remember certain scenarios where it's all worked out in his favor. So I'm not gonna say anything yet. We'll see how it goes, but for now, you know, the other team knows about it, so they're aware, and it's going to be up to 404 to keep his back to that wall and have that awareness.
So, of course, how the pauses work, you know, it's actually going to be 2 minutes in the future was when the issue occurred, but thankfully it's not going to continue on for too much longer, as we have had the unpause go down. Yosh walks through dungeon, sees players shooting randomly around, but this time doesn't actually take any spam himself.
Yeah, Sai is sitting in that corner with his back to the wall, and he knows. That's good thinking from Sai. You know, he had an eye on his entire team. So Yosh isn't going to go for him, but he can keep that awareness up and call it out to wherever Yosh goes for, and that's going to be a push potentially from Happy Face.
Yeah, they just send Ash through lower right away. Decent attempt at it. Surprisingly, Yosh on the spy. Wait. Okay, never mind. My HUD is broken. He's on the sniper.
Oh yeah, I gotta fix that also.
Yeah, good old classic TF2 pauses, right?
Yosh is now on that sniper though, like you're saying. Looks like he wants to get an angle on this left. Also very successful on the sniper class through the season. So let's see if he can bag anything here. Peeking very hard on this left side. It's going to be up to Smiley Face to pressure him, make sure he can't get anything off. He's just going to get a fully charged body shot into the sentry gun. Not much else happening there, and it looks like he's going to go for the repeak.
Yeah, and Smiley Face doing a good job of just kind of bouncing around, cycling players on the heels, and trying to keep Meat Market stiff-armed out of the point. You know, it's just at the door. Side jumps across, but going towards dungeon instead of direct confrontation. Looks like that's where our pause was.
Yeah, I guess it was a disconnect with Corsa on his end, but he's now in the server again. But Yosh, in the meantime, is going to get picked up by a rocket, I believe, and that is going to trigger some more aggression coming out of Happy Face. Let's see if they can get off their last now and in the second. You know, putting some spam pressure on this shutter, but Meat Market's playing their positioning very well above them on that little tile patio area next to the point.
Yeah, and we do have Ash on the spy, and then that isn't just standing in the last and trying to see what your opponent is doing. He's actually all the way out here, and it's just going to be a risky play for him for sure. I mean, just in the case that if he doesn't get anything, it's a pretty easy push out for Meat Market. Ash will see the push go forward. This is the other danger of the spy play here, is what if they just run past where you are? He's going to go for back cap, or is he still just waiting? Yosh on the sniper.
Yeah, he's kind of just hanging out back here.
Yeah, bot mode picked off. Which actually means that Smiley guy is really in some trouble if the push through just comes through.
I think he's going to go for it right here, though.
Yeah, he's got to open up that door at some point. Oh, I wonder if Yosh...
Oh, the Uber came out, though. It looks like the rest of the team is going into last. There's Uber's exchange. Yosh gets backstabbed by Ash in the process, but Ash trades his life for that. The rest of Happy Face chasing the players out. They managed to pick up Patty in the backline. Use as well. Only Sin left alive to try to salvage something onto 404. But a fantastic surf from him, and it's now only Psy Guy versus Bear on the medic in this valley area.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of wackiness there.
Oh no.
Oh wow, I didn't see that. Did he? Yeah, Bear throws out the Lamau. Nice shot. As Psy takes it.
So close to surf out, but he just cratered in the end. There's some good movement coming out of Bear, staying alive, dodging all those rockets, and you gotta give him credit at this really high level where these soldiers are incredibly patient and they know where they're gonna place their rockets. That's like the kind of meta gameplay you expect to see at these high levels.
And we'll see if they can what they choose to do here as they go forward. They will have an overcharge advantage. They know that it's quite significant. Looks like there's a shift towards Valley. Oh no, actually, might just come out choke here.
Yeah, it looks like Happy Face wants to edge this straight through choke, but Corsa is going to catch an arrow from Bear, well placed in the choke, and Ash is going to follow suit. That's 2 players down now on the side of Smiley Face. Meat Market is going to be on the offensive now, rolling through Valley, trying to lock them out as fast as they can. Zayler's going to throw a couple stickies into Valley, but he's not going to be watching that. So it looks like that's going to be a clean retake from Meat Market without even using an Uber.
Yeah, Meat Market just completely shutting that down, pushing Smiley Guy back to their last. Overcharges are going to be even here, at least on the side of Meat Market. Standard classes, they might just try to get in here aggro before a Sentry Gun can get set up. They're pretty far in before they've had to use, actually standing on the point. Popped it on Sandblast. Now Sandblast getting a little bit of that capture time. The Ubercharge coming in on Campy on Xaler on the other side. Corsa has gone down. The fight behind Yosh, pretty weak health. He gets taken out. Ash from above. Sin maybe going to get back in here. Frag's not completely coming out here for Meat Market. They are still trying to spit a little bit of damage out there as Patty gets the gun. Ash jumping around to block the choke. Will do a decent job of it, especially with Psy Guy following up.
Yeah, but Sandblast is playing his positioning really well here and cycling between both the sides while receiving that beam, you know, putting some pressure on the rest of Happy Face so they can't chase any frags or put out any more spam rockets, keeping the rest of his team alive. So some good play from him, but it looks like that's going to go to another reset. Ubers are once again very even, so we'll see if Meat Market tries to make a play here, maybe a potential sack. Maybe we'll see Yosh on another Alpha class, who knows, but...
Yeah, it'll certainly be interesting to see which direction it takes here.
Looks like Meat Market's taking lobby now. Playing this left side with the combo. Sin is taking kind of a leash here, trying to get some spam rockets onto some players from Happy Face. And with that, we're going to see a sack coming out of him. And Yosh following suit, but they know about the gun now, which is going to pick up a pick onto Sin. And Corsa,
wow,
with a huge headshot onto Bear, taking him out before. I don't know if he had the Uber yet or if he was almost there.
No, his gun is sizzling. And I'm wearing my Pop It Don't Drop It t-shirt right now, but I won't give him too much crap about that because always tough with a sniper in the face. Patty takes a little bit of damage. He's able to surf away from Psy though. This fight is continuing and Meat Market are in some trouble here.
Yeah, Meat Market's now in that salvage time where they want to try to get a force on to Happy Face before they can take that Uber and roll into mid with it, but no dice. The rest of Happy Face staying alive, and it looks like they're not going to waste any time rolling through this valley area. Patty doing a good job of sticking them out, throwing some spam out, and with that, I think Yosh is going to try to follow with some pressure from Tetris, but he's going to get cleaned up to a sticky from Zayler, and it looks like they're going to get another one used in the process. Things are going very well in favor of Happy Face now. They might be able to take second as well.
Yeah, and that push in from Valley worked out a lot better for him. I think last time... Oh, and actually, Psy Guy with a big skip jump forward. Amazing stuff as he also gets through all the way. They are able to combine with Ash to get that kill on Sin. Now, Barodactyl uses that Ubercharge. No drop there, but not the best Ubercharge. Patty having a back out. Will he be able to get through Shutter? Oh, the follow-up from Psy, not able to do anything. That Ubercharge was still active when Psy was on top.
Yeah, very close. It was a good bomb from Psy. They almost got Meat Market if their Uber ended a second sooner. But it looks like Happy Face doesn't want to waste any time as they get into last here. Sandblast taking a 1v1 against Ash coming out on top of that. And he's going to rotate over to the left side now, pressuring the rest of Happy Face out. So that is going to put them 3 down. Meat Market is now on the offensive once again. He's got eyes on Happy Face in the choke. Psy Guy going for a little distraction bomb here. Not able to find anything though. And it looks like when to slow down, Meat Market's going to take second.
So good push out from them, and Uber's very even, so probably again see things kind of slow down a little bit. We actually haven't really seen this scenario quite yet though. Equal Ubers on the, a second fight. Most of the time, most of our fights have been around last or retakes on mid. Corsa with 404 over on Cafe side, trying to walk in. They're checking for traps. Kind of take them a while, and well, they do find him above this last doorway. So good that they're still checking for him and clearing. Corsa is gonna get flanked by Use, and that's a nice cleanup. Sandblast and Use combining there. Use will crater. Ash has gone down as well though, and Sin back there mixing it up. Forces 404 to pop the Uber charge. Good flank from her right there.
Yeah, that is a great play coming out of him. But Meat Market is now up on the Uber charge. They're walking into mid here. Bot mode putting a ton of pressure on the combo. I don't know if they know about Psy in the backline, but he's causing a little bit of mayhem, starting a back cap while the rest of his team aggresses. Corsa walking forward, picking up Sandblast and Yosh in the process. There's going to be both scouts down on the side of Meat Market.
Yeah, so this is a good opportunity for Smiley Face. Meat Market will have an Uber charge here, so that's going to make him feel nice and comfy to stay in on second. But similarly, Smiley Guy are going to try to you know, leverage their advantage here in numbers. A lot of pressure on Bear. He is going to pop the Uber charge. I don't know if this soldier is going to be able to get back. Yes, barely does. So Smiley Face are able to maintain their advantages.
Yeah, Smiley Face is doing a good job of baiting their combo in while another soldier gets into the back and manages to get a force off onto Bear. I think it's happened a couple times now. I don't know if it's a lack of flank presence coming out of Meat Market, but
yeah, I think right there was because they didn't have the players to check Valley, and Ash, you know, got in so deep. We'll see what they can do here. Psy was trying to do like a skip jump in there, speed bomb or something through the choke, but kind of got stuffed. Now Use going down on the other side. Sin, she's going in for a big bomb, does push the soldier out through Valley.
Yeah, picks are being traded left and right, but bot mode is now on that sniper. So let's see if he tries to slow things down a little bit. He has the security from his demo, but a soldier's gonna high bomb into the back. It's Sin picking up a kill onto 404. That's gonna turn the tide of this fight.
Yeah, that's a huge pick there. 404 being in just a little bit too close. That snipe play from Valley, you know, kind of necessitated a lot of support from teammates. Now that's what put bot mode in that vulnerable situation.
Yeah, bot mode had the he had the safety come from that demo man stickies, but they have to have that aerial denial, and it just wasn't there. And Sin was able to get into the back line, but we're now into the mid fight again. Patty and Sandblast going down immediately, while the rest of Happy Face sits in choke. Playing these picks from bot mode, he manages to get a headshot onto Yosh, and the Uber is going to come out of Meat Market now, chasing them out of choke here. Not able to find anything. Sin going to try to go for a salvage pick onto Corsa, getting that, but he's going to get cleaned up in the process. 4-4 managing to stay alive, and that is going to be the rest of Meat Market walking forward, or retreating, excuse me.
Yeah, interesting stuff from Psy there. He actually was back, got some really good cap time, and I was sort of surprised that he decided to pull back through choke instead of bombing Valley, but maybe he just didn't realize that those two players were backing out through there.
Yeah, 4-4 is now up on that Uber though, on this mid, managing to stay alive. That is good for him. They have the advantage on the Bear now. It looks like the rest of the Meat Market is going to have to play passive on this battlements area and wait for Smiley Face to make their regression.
Ubercharge is coming in here. Zayler is going to be able to get on top of the shutter. Put some traps on there to keep Meat Market out. They do want to come out here. They are going to Ubercharge to get through. Patty with a big bomb launched by the stickies that were there. 4-4 in trouble. Oh, it's the roller. It's the kill.
Hate to see those Iron Bomber rollers getting the kill on the 404, but Bear as well. The shortage of frags from him getting one onto the Scout Corsa. And Meat Market is going to retake this mid now. Still, it is 0-0, and it's been a really back and forth fight.
Yeah, this has been an incredibly back and forth 0-0 game. 17 minutes down in this halftime. And yeah, I mean, both teams have had opportunities. Mainly it's been Smiley Guy backed up, but they've been putting together great defense. Bot mode. Sentry gun on the crates. Honestly, I haven't seen that much. That's a very nice spot.
Yeah, it's kind of
And we have a pause.
Oh. I was about to say, it's kind of a passive spot, you know, you're
Yeah.
completely blind to that right angle, and if they can see even a little bit of the gun from lower, that's an easy spam out.
Right.
So it's kind of a passive spot. They're going to be using it, I guess, to once Meat Market pushes in, and once that goes down, bot mode's going to switch. But it looks like Meat Market, during this pause, is gearing up into lobby. Bear has 95%, while 404 only has 60. But after this pause, we'll see how that goes.
Indeed.
I wonder if it's another issue with Course's connection. Oh, we're unpaused.
Hopefully not. I mean, and at least ping-wise, he's doing pretty great. That sentry gun does sort of catch Meat Market kind of by surprise, but, you know, it's just a level 1. Real easy to deal with. A lot of pressure on the point here right now. Use jumping in across. 404 does stay alive. Is going to get into spawn to be able to cycle out. And Meat Market actually do not have enough product to keep the push going.
Yeah, Happy Face was doing a good job of building before that Uber, and they managed to get it in time and not use on the second, so that's going to be great news for them. You know, they know that, Bear is not up on that Uber charge quite yet, sitting over only at 60%. So they know they're going to be able to roll mid here. It's just up to them to keep 404 alive and not get forced early on.
Yeah, and they're going to go for that Valley route again. Ash coming out of Cafe. He's actually kind of able to jump, but before getting detected, but Use was behind him. Ubercharge did come out here, and Baradactyl is really close on his. Sandblast wants to push Valley. Use is there as well. Ubercharge comes out both on Patty and on the Scout. Yeah, Yosh with the snipe on 404 getting the kill there. That's really going to open things up. We do have, okay, no, bot mode not going for a back cap. He's coming into a contest here. Coming in from behind the fight on Use. He's also got Patty there, though. He's going to go down. Just the 2 soldiers for Smiley Guy. Still alive.
Look at Sai, though. Going for something sneaky a little bit. Trying to get a rocket onto Sandblast early on. It does manage to trade out with him. You know, not much is going to come out of that. Only one player is down on the side of Meat Market while they're taking seconds, while the rest of Happy Face has to hold. So we won't see any counter sacks or anything crazy. But nonetheless, it was a good valiant effort from Sai Guy.
Yeah, so once again, Smiley Guy on the back foot. We're going to have some sniper v sniper action here as Yosh trying to bring it, and also Corsa on the class.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good duel of snipers as I get cut short and Meat Market. Uber's in the last now, on to Sandblast and the Demo Man. They're just clearing stickies. The rest of Smiley Face backed all the way up into spawn. So good for them, able to get back out. No players being traded yet. And it looks like they're going to be able to completely collapse on Meat Market post-Uber.
Yeah, again, Meat Market not able to get it done, pushing in. And kind of a crazy hold. Again, impressive stuff from Smiley Face. I swear there was a moment there where all the players from Meat Market were on last and nobody from Smiley Guy was. You know, like they had all their players in spawn and they had Psy Guy behind. It was crazy, but just not enough point pressure to get the capture done in time. Smiley Face coming back out. They get the recap, and now Ash getting domed as they try to get this mid fight going.
And now we have Sandblast instead of Yosh on that sniper, and he's putting in the work, getting that shot onto Ash. And Psy Guy going down as well. That's both soldiers down on the side of Smiley Face. You know, and with these players, you know, your soldiers are your follow-ups, your counter sacks, the playmakers, and both of them down is going to start some aggression coming out.
Nice. Yeah, Use and Sin both jumping around from different angles to get the pressure on 404, who's standing really close to choke. So, like, really no other option to 404 except to pop here. They have a numbers advantage with those 2 frags. They're still pretty far back. Well, they are starting to get in now, and Meat Market has backed out. Ash will exchange some rockets in mid and then bounce back.
Yeah, still 2 players down on the side of Meat Market, though. Sandblast going for these little cheeky peeks in choke, seeing if he can find anything at all, but Happy Face doing a pretty good job of spamming him out, keeping him from overstaying his welcome.
Sandblast gonna be able to get a little bit of an angle through Valley here. He's actually in, I feel, pretty far.
He wants this so bad.
Yeah, Smiley Face backs up. And Ash and Sandblast gonna trade there.
Yeah, but that is going to buy enough time for 4-4 to get up on the Ubercharge. It looks like they want to catch him.
Oh.
It's only a 10% ad. Can they get the pick onto 4-4?
Yeah, with Patty going down there, Sin's dropped as well. And Smiley Face gonna have a good opportunity to push into mid here. They've had some problems with it before on this map, but right now, you know, it's really overwhelming advantage. It's gonna be pretty easy to just walk in and take that. No Ubercharge needed to be used there.
Yeah, and now Meat Market is 3 players down, and Happy Face, it's their turn to get some aggression out. They're going to get 2 forward spawns, so they could potentially fight this with a pick on the Corsa, and the Uber is going to come out of Happy Face in the process, getting forced out a little bit from a scout. I think it was Sandblast, you know, and they do manage to get 2 picks out of that, but Saigai in the last, getting the shotgun bomb on the Bear.
Wow. At the same time, though, Smiley Face is still like sort of struggling to get forward here quickly. Sandblast is on top of him. There's some spam as well. Sandblast, though, if he can get out, that's... Oh, no, he doesn't get out. And now Yuzo gets destroyed.
Taylor with the pipe there on a Sandblast. You know, that caught my attention.
Patty's going to try to create some room by getting a little bit forward on the left side defensively. He's not able to get much damage done on Lobby as he's rotating over to contest Smiley Face. Ash jumping over the top here. Sin is down as Ash goes. They're trying to get the capture, though, but 404 is down. Baradactyl is dead as well, though. Except, it's just Yosh. Can he master this again? No! Yosh taken down. Had a huge mid-fight. And wow, what an amazing first half we have here. The first round, 23 minutes. Smiley Face with just a tenacious defensive last. It's so many troubles pushing into mid on the retakes, but eventually they swing us all around, get on the board. 1-0, Smiley Face.
Yeah, and what a round. But we're going straight into this next bit as Sin hits that massive fast roamer rollout, getting the pick onto the Demo Man early on.
Yeah, what a play from Sin, but it's kind of unraveling here as Meat Market push through Cafe, and you have the flank coming out here. Saigai does get the finish. Actually, no, it was Corsa with the finish there. Saigai says easy regardless. And, ooh, Patty, nice fight. Yeah, a little bit of a recovery there, but, you know, it's just him. He's going to have to maybe get a... Oh, Sin is with him. But, yeah, they're not really going to be able to actually start a fight here. I think Patty just wanted to try to find a cheeky trap, but actually he's going to get caught out. It just could be dangerous because we could have a 2-0 pretty quickly here.
To be fair, I think Patty wanted to do something a little funny there, but Sin was not on board with the idea, and he jumped out a little bit before Patty could turn around and say, wait, where'd you go? And that is going to be the Demo Man down, and Happy Face is rolling into last here. They don't want to waste any time. The Sentry Gun is only level 1 from Yosh, and the Uber's coming out now from Happy Face.
Yeah, they are going to be able to get it taken out. Bot mode, good flash on him just as he was starting to take damage again on the side. Sailor does go down. 4-4 was standing right on him. Meat Market with some frags. It is bot mode on the point, though. Sai fighting from the side as well, with the numbers in Meat Market's favor. Nonetheless, bot mode. Sai still looking to frag here. Sai.
The shotgun's
20
out.
Health. No, the Sai shotgun had too much meat to go through. Wasn't going to be able to do it.
Yeah, so close from Happy Face. They almost made it a quick 2-0 back-to-back. But it looks like Zaylor wants to fight this. He wants the rest of his team in. Yeah, it looks like Corsa's on board with it. Or not. I guess they're just trying to get a little aggressive peek to see what they can get on the Meat Market. But it looks like we're going to be slowing down here a little bit before Bear decides to take in this full Uber advantage through Valley.
I mean, I see a lot of teams trip up on those pushes from last all the way into mid. But Meat Market do take a little bit of time, a little bit of breath. They come out through Valley. They are able to get the kill on Ash. I mentioned Smiley Face had some issues with this push, but right now they are the ones creating some issues.
Yeah, Meat Market, it's to their credit, it's a very hard mid to get back into if you're pushing from second. You know, you have all these flanks, and it's really up to your team to just wait for the sack to go wrong or kill anybody that's hiding or overstaying their welcome, then you can get in for free. But Bear still has that Uber charge, however 4-4 is up on it as well. So we might potentially see a sack here. I saw bot mode hanging out forward. No, he's out of there now.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes, but right now 3:50 on the clock. This stalemate can't go on for too long here. Meat Market do want to do something with this mid that they have won.
Yeah, Smiley Face is playing, you know, they're playing their positioning just normal, you know, they know they're up around. It's up to Meat Market to come to them, and that's what they're going to do.
Oh.
Yosh in with the double sack, and Sin as well. Not able to find anything, except for Ash. Ash is going to die in the process. Corsa trying to see if he can get anything else, but it looks like the rest of Happy Face is just all in.
Oh. Okay, yeah. It was bot mode. Goes bot mode, and did get Baradactyl to pop the Uber charge there. They got a little bit freaked out by bot mode in their face. They're also going to get these spawns, and 404 holding on to it. So, you know, on one hand, sort of surprised that Meat Market didn't try to punish that. You know, use it as a numbers advantage, get an Uber charge or something. But they're also still just trying to play a little bit cautious here.
Yeah, Happy Face, they know that they have full Uber advantage now, and they're taking this in through Cafe. You know, kind of edging it out. Meat Market's playing their positioning on the opposite side to where they can leave through choke. Zayler going for the fast bomb, but the arrow!
But 404
the arrow!
Kill.
Was that his second one, or was that Bear before?
I can't remember the other one, but fantastic follow-up. It's like one of the sweetest things as a medic, you know, get to taste your opponent's blood with your own arrows.
Yeah, but he is going to close that out. That is great news from Happy Face, because now they can take second. Meat Market's going to be setting up for kind of a desperation force or any picks that they can get here.
Yeah,
but
you actually already have Sandblast on last as engineer. Sorry, I just wanted to underline your point there.
Yeah, so it looks like they have their insurance policy while the rest of Happy Face gets into Cafe here.
And actually, they feel comfy enough that they have brought him forward on the scout.
Yeah, I think Happy Face is going to just, I guess they're going to opt to close it out. Bear's only at 50%, while 404 has that Uber charge, so they don't want to waste any more time, and it looks like they're trying to get in here, taking the leash onto Corsa here, seeing if he can get anything onto Sin and Patty going down in the process. That is a demo man down. If Happy Face moves quick enough, they can roll last off of that pick.
Yeah, Use was able to get away there from the chasing Corsa. Ash does want to come in here. 85% on Baradactyl. Just need to hold here for a few more seconds to get some spawners here, including the crucial Patty. The Ubercharge is out here. Must have just been holding that right click button. Corsa has gone down. This fight does look okay for Meat Market here.
Yeah, they might have used a little bit too much time waiting to get into that second there, but they did get the Uber in the end out of Bear. Meat Market still stuck on this lobby area, and Ash is going to go for a little skip jump, getting the pick onto Patty. Sin is in the air, going to crater shortly afterward. So 2 players down on the side of Meat Market. It might be in Happy Face's favor to fight this, and that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, certainly is. With 45 seconds left on the clock, there's only been a few legendary rollbacks from last to last in that duration. And so they feel pretty comfortable here if they can get in with this Uber charge. And they do have enough of advantage that they're going to pop it instantly. Chasing in here, Baradactyl on the backhand side. Bot mode, floating around the point, gets a nice little flash there. 404 still full health. His teammate's doing strong here. 3 players up. Oh, there goes Yosh, though, and Use. Patty, no, he's going to get taken out as well. One more round for Smiley Face. Seconds left on the clock. Not even worth practicing your mid rollout.
Going up 2 rounds in the first half and into the second, with only 18 seconds left to spare, is going to put Happy Face in a pretty confident position here.
And certainly well executed from them at the end there, that final push, the final timing behind it. Patty going down just like a little bit early certainly caused some problems. I mean, just losing your demo, you know, that's always a significant loss. And, you know, when you lose your demo in such circumstances, you kind of just have to hope that, you know, you can create enough time for him to come back to respawn. But basically, you know, was not able to do so. The logs as they are right now, and the one that I'm looking at is just completely whack damage number wise.
Oh yeah, I see that. Corsa with the fat 2,000 damage per minute.
2,000 damage per minute, indeed. But he did have a fat 28 frags. So definitely a strong showing there. Looks like the medics were even on drops. With now, you made me curious as well. Bear did not get a kill on 404, but 404 did kill Bear.
Right, yeah. See that now, Bear getting 2 picks in that couple rounds. But overall, it was an incredibly even. I think that was like one of the more even games I've seen this season,
Yeah.
and I was very impressed with the way that both teams are playing so far.
Yeah, that first round was, pretty surprising with Smiley guys, just being able to hold that last defense so tenaciously throughout. And I mean, the first mid fight, they lost that mid fight bad, and they basically kind of had the typical disadvantage. Rocket League as an esport has, a lot of scenarios. You just be like, let's boot this up, and I'll just practice this, trick shot or whatever. And that's about, like one of the classic TF2 scenarios that if you had 12 people and you could just like boot up scenarios, you just like want to grind out on both sides of that coin. Okay, we have an Uber advantage. Let's just clean push in and get last. Okay, we have a complete Uber disad. Let's just try to hold last. And Smiley guys, they performed that scenario excellently, holding off, several pushes from Meat Market. The first one, after they held that off, it reset it into a classic one. And then, throughout that half, I sort of mentioned they had some issues pushing from second into mid, but it seemed like they made adjustments there, and we're able to, start doing that with confidence. So.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I elaborated on it earlier, but Sunshine is a very difficult mid to get into from second, and we saw plenty of that in this, at least this first map so far. You have such a high angle that players can bomb through from mid into the valley area. So that's kind of like the weakness of pushing Valley, where Choke, you have this thin little area where you're open to so much spam. You're kind of just in this closed quarters, and it's the same scenario in Cafe where you're completely blind to all these angles, just walking through that entrance. So I think both teams struggled a lot with that on this map, but I guess Happy Face was able to perform a little bit better.
Yeah, and we are going to have our second half coming up here shortly. At least Smiley Face half readied up here. It looks like Bear is AFK, so hopefully not too long here for the players getting back together and getting our second half underway. Good start to the night from Smiley Face, but how close these teams seem to be. We gonna have to see how the second half shakes up if Meat Market can make some adjustments. And of course, this is a best of 3, so we still have at least one more full map coming our way after this.
Yeah, I'd also like to point out that it's really interesting that Happy Face has been able to come out on top of these. I was talking about earlier, playoffs round 1, Meat Market went up against Happy Face, and Happy Face came out on top of that best of 3. But during the regular season, Meat Market was taking, maps off of Smiley Face.
Yeah.
I think the first week of RGL Invite, it was Sunshine between Happy Face and Meat Market. And Meat Market came out on top of that. So I'm curious as to what changes Happy Face has made that's allowed them to come out on top of these fights. Of course, I'm not saying Meat Market's completely out of it, but it's just an interesting change to see.
Yeah. Yeah, and it could be some strategical adjustments for sure with how Patty's playing. Some of the bombs that they might be sending in with Sin. It seemed like Sai and Ash were doing a slightly better job of bombing in and then being able to bomb out. A point that I was going to make in that first half was just that, being able to bomb in as a roamer and get a pop is a good play. Being able to bomb in as a roamer, get them to pop, and then bomb out safely is a great play. And we saw some of that type of soldiering from both Ash and Sai in that first half.
Yeah, I think Smiley Face was just also doing a good job of splitting Meat Market. I view Meat Market as a bit of a W team where they take these very quick pushes. You have Sandblast and Yosh are both very competent scouts and can lead those pushes. And I guess maybe Happy Face found a way to bait them with their combo and have their flank go for these crazy plays that, split the Meat Market combo, get forces, etc. But it's worked in their favor.
We got a lot of players that throw King on their name in chat, and somebody on Twitch TV saying Sunshine is Corsa's map. You think he was the MVP for the first half?
I According to logs, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, he was kind of a silent killer. You know, I think Yosh had maybe a little bit more flash, but then also like in some of the madness, I like looking at those logs. He had a 3K right before they finished off that first round, and another 3K in there. So you know, yeah, of course, it's certainly pounding.
Yeah, maybe it's the Corsa theory. Maybe we're in Corsa's kingdom right now, but after this, we're gonna have this one half of Sunshine, and then we're going on to our next map in the best of 3, which I believe will be Snakewater.
Yep, that will be our next one, no matter what. Koth clear cut, yeah, as we mentioned, could be the potential third one. And I mean, I definitely think that, you know, these two teams, as they matched up, they like, you know, every map could be different, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I also could see clear cut being the unknown variable. You know, it's kind of a newer map. I mean, your team can practice it, but you're not going to have as much practice as, say, Process, which has been in the running for seasons upon seasons upon seasons. So we could see either team coming out on top of that. It's kind of map knowledge is out of the play, strategy is a little bit out of the play, but regardless, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's like a looking out for us, saying, "What's the hold up?" Smiley face. But yeah, we'll still see.
Yeah.
I don't think we want to go to a break real quick because I think these players might just be readying up. We'll save the break for between maps because, who knows? Once we get there, we might have another one of these classic Team Fortress TV invite level holdups. But hopefully we should be getting underway soon here. It looks like Beardactyl has returned to his computer. And as far as I can tell, everybody is moving. So
yeah, we still have 12 in the server. Maybe they're trying to figure out some technical difficulties that were happening because of those pauses. Who knows?
Yes, but Sandblast or somebody else was AFK, so we'll just see. But once again, shout out to the RGL admins for putting together a fantastic first season of Traditional Sixes. Stephanie, Daffodil, Grape Juice. I just had to throw him in there. He's one of the admins. I can't remember all the other div admins, but of course, the main man, Sigafu himself, putting this league together. And well, our lower bracket finals of the first season of Traditional Sixes is into its second half. Smiley Guy up 2-0 right now in this best of 3.
Yeah, and of course, into this first mid, I'm gonna have my camera first on Sin because he kind of went crazy in that second half, or that second round, excuse me. But it looks like the rest of the meat market is going to be opting to go left here. We're going to have the classic circling around the 404. Surprisingly, going to get the first pick, I think, from Sin.
Yeah, although right now, meat market are getting torn up in front of Cafe. It is bot mode in Corsa, though. Corsa looking for the flank on Beardactyl. If they execute this play well, they're going to be able to pull it off. Patty with the... Patty gets both of them. What a play from Patty with the trap and the pipe. Bear calling him Pabby.
Not really known as the demo variable, but he came to show up today, getting both those picks onto the scouts from Smiley Face. It looks like they coordinated that also to where they could go in from different entrances, you know, kind of pinch the combo. But Patty with the quick 1-2 punch, getting 2 pipes onto them, and Sin getting the follow-up onto Ash shortly after.
Yeah, that was a nice intro there. Patty's certainly a journeyman of TF2, has played pretty much all the classes at a top level. And right now they're pushing with this Ubercharge. Sandblast getting out there. Patty's trying to spam the gun down, is able to get it. Sandblast still shiny for maybe a little bit longer than they would have liked. As Sin gets juggled around, actually helps her out, get back, and still throwing rockets while not taking damage. Ubercharge out from 404 here. They also have a Pyro, and they're getting a lot of frags on Meat Market. Sandblast and Patty, but Patty probably be backing up. Sandblast wants to get in there. So much time on the point, but he's gonna get a lot of frags. Can he do it? Oh no, he's got to take out Zaylor and Corsa. Sandblast momentum has run out, but pretty close push there.
That was very close from Meat Market. I think 404 called for the Udame coming out of Yosh there, who turned around, or excuse me, Corsa quickly get that pick onto him, and it looks like Happy Face is going to keep rolling in a second, getting 2 picks onto Yosh and Sin. Rest of the Meat Market knows they have to leave now, and they're going to be setting up on second now. I don't know if they'll be able to hold though, because Happy Face does not want to waste any time at all. Looks like they're just going to walk through this choke here. Corsa making a ton of space for his team, jumping around, taking that high ground, pressuring the soldier out of mid. Meat Market forced with their tail between their legs. They're going to have to hold second here.
Yeah, traps were picked up as well on Spire. Nothing able to get done there. The Uber Charge has come through. Just trying to get through choke quickly here. Yeah, and Sin going down here to Zaylor Ash. We had a player, excuse me, Yosh still hiding behind in spawn, but Sai is keen to it, even telling 404, yeah, just back up a little bit. And this push coming in as well, off the Uber Charge around Baradactyl, so they are going to be able to create some space here in second.
They did manage to hold second, and they wanted to time that to where 404 wouldn't have enough of an advantage to be able to re-push quickly. Regardless, 404 does have that advantage, but it buys Meat Market a little bit of time. If they can get any spam forward, try to get a force onto Smiley Face before they come in, put any pressure onto the combo, that's going to be good news for them. But it looks like Meat Market's just going to slow down here, build, use the time that they have before Smiley Face comes in.
Yeah, and Ash with the bomb in here. Oh, Baradactyl very weak. Is able to get that back though, which is crucial because now able to survive with 8 health, 99% gets the charge there. Cycles and Spawn coming back at full health as well.
This is a little different out of Happy Face. Looks like they're just going to want to keep rolling with aggression there. Corsa unfortunately mistimed it a little bit because they didn't have second yet, but he was ready to get on that last there. But 2 players are now down on the side of Smiley Face. Meat Market doing a good job of punishing them for jumping the gun a little bit.
Yeah, certainly. Ash also a little bit early on that. But bot mode does get the kill on Yosh before getting chewed up by Use.
Yeah, but Shy Guy wants to have something to say about that. You know, he's in through lower, not able to find anything, unfortunately, but there are 2 players down on the side of Smiley Face. And that is going to stop any hope they have of re-pushing immediately.
We have lost the control point.
Sandblast is kind of a late death in the process. So we have a 5v5 currently. Both these players are going to spawn at relatively the same time, and with that, Ash is going to try to go for a quick sack in. Getting cleaned up by Use, though. It's going to be unfortunate for him.
It's a little bit awkward here for Smiley Face. So far, though, the scouts actually are able to survive. They just got kind of disconnected between Cafe and Choke. Both scouts, as I mentioned, were able to rotate. They get the kill on Sin, although Yosh from behind did pick off Corsa before going down. Sandblast with the trade on bot mode, so numbers are actually even. So are the Uber charges as well, so not going to be anything crazy aggressive happening here.
Yeah, see, this is what's been great about this map, is that both of these teams are just trading players, but they're keeping up the aggression consistently. Like, nobody wants to back down. And that's what we've been seeing out of both teams. Meat Market's going to be now on the offensive, though, going to this valley area. They haven't been called out quite yet. Sandblast leading the charge for his team, taking that beam. He wants to get straight into the combo, and the Ubers are going to be traded relatively evenly. Patty's going to get flashed, so it looks like Meat Market's going to be on the weaker end of this as theirs fades, and the rest of Happy Face is going to come in to try to collapse on them. But Yosh!
Yeah, Yosh couldn't quite get the kill on 404, though. Had to whip out the pistol. Wasn't quite finding the connection, as now Meat Market in some trouble. Sandblast, aka Fat Rat, picked up as he's backing out. Patty putting some stickies on door, so they're going to be able to create a little bit of a buffer here, and they are getting their respawns. Just in some trouble.
Yeah, Meat Market is in kind of a no bueno scenario here. Sandblast just now spawning up. Happy Face is able to take lobby now with his aggression. Yosh getting quickly onto that engineer class. But bot mode is going to go down in the process, so that might buy them a little bit of time. But Meat Market, it looks like they want to get aggressive here. You know, Sandblast, the Fat Rat, the one who makes all the rules, putting so much pressure onto this shutter here. It looks like he wants his team to get in. No, it looks like he's going to actually back up here. Rest of them going to spawn. Sandblast spawning now on that sniper. So you know we're going to have this classic Sunshine stalemate very shortly.
Yeah, but Sin down low, kind of over aggressed in dungeon.
Yeah, that was one pick for Smiley Face. I don't know if they want to go in off of this or trade a counter sack. No, it looks like they want to get some aggression And it looks like Happy Face is peeking this top left here. So much damage. It's gonna completely crush use, excuse me, in the process. And Happy Face gonna go in off of the back of that. Ash is gonna bomb and get the pick onto Yosh. It looks like Meat Market's kind of just crumbling here. The Ubers are still both being held onto though.
Like a lot of these exchanges, though, you know, you sort of say that, you know, and they were sort of crumbling, but at the same time, Smiley guys lost a few players and they had to back up. And I want to point out real quick that crazy bomb from Ash. He just got sent so high up into the map that I think they lost track of him. And then he was able to get a kill from behind real easily.
Yeah, very crazy from him. He did manage to get a pick onto use, I think, in the process. But it looks like Happy Face wants to keep the aggression up that they've been showing all game long. Corsa peeking this top right here, trying to make some pressure for his demo to get some spam out. Patty doing a good job of stuffing that though. Meanwhile, Sandblast is over on the engineer class and Yosh on the sniper. It looks like they kind of switched roles a little bit.
Yeah, usually I feel like Yosh is one of those players, kind of like myself, just wants an easy excuse to go engineer, you know?
Yeah, you can sit comfortably, you know, hold last for your team. You're not really doing anything, but you're doing a lot at the same time. But it looks like we're going to have this stalemate if Ash wants to get it. And get completely set out of the top left. There was an attempt made, believe me. He was there 1 minute and now he's gone.
Yeah, and Yosh gonna get the snipe on Corsa. That's gonna lead Sin to, well, at least bounce through lobby. Doesn't really find much. Looking for coming out from lower as well, but health pool is kind of getting down there. She has to bounce back.
Not too much happening once again. Sandblast setting up on that engineer, throwing the gun up. You know, in a little cheeky spot now. He's on the objective. I think they did it last half, excuse me, where it covers that whole right angle, but you're open up to so much spam from both sides, and if Happy Face can rotate well enough, they can just throw some spam onto your gun and take it down.
Oh, how the tables have turned from the first half, as now Meat Market on the last, and it's Yosh the one looking to go aggressive as defensive spy, and he is going to go back. I guess I didn't get the full look at what his loadout was. I don't know if he changed something there, or just kind of not sure what he wanted to do.
Is that a spy I see?
Yeah, Yosh has got it, yeah.
He's on that spy. I think they know, they've got to know about him. Happy Face is being really aware.
He's gonna go in from. He's gonna get the stab drop.
You're making me eat my words.
Yeah, and also fed 404 that knife. Very well played from him, and yeah, a little surprising there. They weren't aware of that.
Meat Market saying, yeah, we take those. They're going to be pushing off of that very shortly now. Often go for this lower route before Patty gets picked up by a body shot from Corsa on the sniper class.
Oh, God, it gets worse. You lose Patty. That sucks.
Madman.
You lose use. Okay, maybe we can't push anymore. You drop Aerodactyl? Oh, lordy.
Maybe we can't hold anymore. Meat Market is kind of crumbling under this pressure coming out of Happy Face. They're getting 2 picks as well. Sin going down. It looks like Happy Face is just going to take their aggression in now, playing around the point, getting these picks and securing that first round of the second half.
Oof. And Corsa, you know, we mentioned it, and he's certainly. Oh, looks like we might have a problem with our new halftime plug-in. So I think the players actually got stopped there. The round didn't continue as it should have, as we've hit the 3-0 score with 19 minutes in our second half. So should be resuming shortly. But yeah, let's talk about that. Corsa, another huge series of plays to open things up, get his team around on the board.
Yeah, all I can say is Corsa showed up to consume.
Yeah.
He opened that up, completely shredding Meat Market. You know, stopped Bear from pushing in the process of Happy Face rolling into last there. And completely turned the tide of that fight. I mean, it was pretty biased on Happy Face for that whole series of last skirmishes, excuse me, but I think he just completely turned that around.
And pretty sure I'll just message. I have some I'm sure I'm 90 seconds in the past, so I'm sure they're on it. Yeah, once again. So we will be getting underway here again. Our second half sort of got interrupted due to some new plug-in stuff here that was just being tested. But 18 minutes left on the clock, and Smiley guys, yeah, really strong job there. Mainly just Corsa stuffing that push out there. I mean, 2 snipes, Patty getting killed, and then Barodactyl. It's just real rough.
Yeah, very unfortunate for them. Happy Face is, you know, it's been pretty back and forth, but I think as the match goes on, Happy Face is becoming more and more dominant on the Sunshine eXtine.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it looks like we have, I guess, a third quarter of this half.
Yeah, just about. I mean, we got the full 30 minutes in our first half, you know, so but we are getting another little kind of intermission here. I don't think that this intermission will last quite as long as our last intermission, though. So we should be good to go here shortly. Yeah, of course, even an RSTV saying, yeah, we are good. So we will be resuming shortly here. Definitely a big first map for Smiley Face. In your opinion of these teams, Aquila, I mean, who do you think this kind of match being dragged out? Do you think that just favors Smiley Face, or do you think that's actually going to play in Meat Market's favor to give him some time to make some adjustments here?
I mean, overall, it kind of sucks if you're Smiley Face, because, you know, you have that momentum right now, and it's kind of slowly fizzling out.
Yeah.
And you're giving Meat Market a bit of time to slow down, figure out what you're doing wrong, you know, talk about what went wrong in that round. So it kind of works in the favor of Meat Market here, but I don't think to a degree where it's game changing. But it looks like we have admins figuring things out in the console, fixing that config up, so we're going to go live with the remainder of the second half pretty soon.
Excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, the score is 3-0 for Smiley Face right now. 19 minutes left in this second half of our first map.
Yeah, and it looks like with that, we are into this first mid. Use is on demo now.
Oh, okay. So we have had some change-ups happen. And so we'll see if Patty's on Scout by the end of the night. Right now, he's going to be on Soldier. Rotating over to try to help out as Side Guy's on top of Barodactyl. Barodactyl also has to worry about Corsa on the side, though. They have gone down. Meat Market bleeding out here. Just Use on the Demo Man, and he's got to deal with Side Guy in his face. This is not really the best scenario. He does get the pack down low, but still, rockets in his face. Use barely able to survive that.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. If you do not want to be dying in that scenario, especially that late if you're Use. But he's going to manage to live and connect with the rest of his team. Happy Face is getting into second now, though. They have the full Uber advantage from killing Bear on that mid. And that was, I believe that was the quickest mid we've seen at eXtine.
Yeah, certainly. It did not go so hot for them. That Patty Demo Man kind of got picked early. We'll see what they can do here. Yosh has the level 2 gun up. The sniper is out as well.
Look at this heavy Side Guy on the heavy weapons guy.
I love it.
Little unorthodox, but we've seen it a couple times in the past in ESEA. Side Guy's in on the heavy for the post-fight, getting some damage on the Sin, putting so much pressure on the Meat Market combo here. They have to fight him, but the picks are going in favor of Meat Market.
Yeah, it looks like Use and Patty starting to settle in. Zaylor very low, though, 7 health. Ash does get cleaned up. Zaylor, oh no, gets wallbanged by Patty there.
The control point is being captured.
You know, I saw Happy Face coming out on top of that with a little gimmicky heavy play. but it looks like Meat Market's going to be able to take that, and the Uber's going to come out as well from Meat Market, finding 2 picks on the bot mode and Corsa, while the rest of Happy Face hasn't spawned yet. Sin seeing get some early damage onto the forward spawn. It looks like they will manage to pick up Zaylor.
Yeah, Patty's chasing 404 as well. 404 was standing on the other side of the chicken wire. Patty should have this. Should have this. Needs to get it. Jeez, finally gets it.
There a little bit, but maybe he's on that demo man mindset still a little bit. But he does manage to get the pick onto 404. Meat Market, I think it's their turn to get some aggression out. Corsa wants this pick onto Yosh in the back line, but the rest of the team is capping. It is too late.
Yeah, so the mid-fight doesn't go so hot for Meat Market, but they get their first round on the board, looking really solid after the mid-fight. 16 minutes left for them to get 2 rounds. And 404 was waiting for forward spawners, but he was just standing in clear view of Choke. That gave Patty and Sin some encouragement to get that chase down kill from Patty. See how this fight goes though on mid. Ash taking Meat Market's Tetris already. Both teams kind of rotating in similar fashion to the other team's Cafe.
Yeah, you're seeing that classic Sunshine gameplay where both teams are rotating around this middle point, but it looks like Meat Market is cleaning up with these rockets. Sin and Patty doing a great job. It looks like that's the change they needed. But Corsa was blocked by the rest of the team. Oh, so close, putting so much damage onto Bear, but not able to close it out.
Yeah, somehow though, it seems like Smiley Guy, they've kind of started to lose a little bit of their shine. As the Smiley Face maybe getting a little bit more of a straight line right now. We'll see if they can keep it vertical though. And hold on for 15 minutes here. Meat Market with the Ubercharge advantage. Want to get in here and get another round on the board.
Yeah, I was talking about in that third quarter how, you know, it gave Meat Market some time to slow down and think about their game plan, but it wouldn't be enough to change the map. Maybe I was wrong about that because this change of Patty and Use on their roles is working out in their favor. And the Uber is going to come out into last, getting the pick onto the sentry gun. Ash scrambling around, separated from the rest of the team. He's going to get cleaned up as well. But Meat Market is playing kind of on this low ground now, and bot mode on the heavy is going to come out very late, and he's got that full buff. So they're going to have to put a ton of damage onto him, but he's just being completely tanked.
Yeah, that was nice for a while there on Meat Market, but then at the end of that, it sort of just kind of started to fizzle away. Baradactyl kind of got separated from one of his players and isolated on right-hand side alone. So good hold there from Smiley Face, and we've already seen a lot of strong defenses from them. They exhibited it once again, though.
Yeah, and with that, I think Yosh is on the sniper class. He's set up in Cafe, which is a pretty interesting sightline. I'm not sure if he'll be able to find anything. No, he's completely unaware of Ash. And on the backline's wreaking a little bit of havoc. Being sneaky here.
Psy Guy also trying to cause some mayhem, and almost got that pack on the side. Would have been great if he could have, but Meat Market now trying to push through Choke, find something. But this is an Uber dis ad, significantly so. Excuse me. 404 will kind of back up, just away from Choke just a little bit. Doesn't want to have to use this too easily.
Yeah, it looks like they want to just slow down, get all their players together. They know it's ad, I believe, so eventually they will have a push come in, but they're gonna have to be a little bit quick because Meat Market is getting close to theirs as they just reach 100 as I say that.
Yeah, and right now, bot mode poking just a little bit from Valley Sin in real close, but it's actually the rotation from Ash. Oh my god, they get a 2K there. Ash with this fight afterwards could be really good for him as well. Yeah, actually, it's turned into an Ubercharge exchange. Meat Market, we're down one. They use slam pass as well.
That could be what they needed. That is what they needed because bot mode is on the offensive now. He's chasing Use out. If he can get this pick, it's going to be huge because the rest of his team can cap second. He's getting the pistol shots onto Use. Yes, finally does manage to close it out. Now they just need a player to cap.
Yeah, Baradactyl was able to bounce far enough away there. Get out to safety.
And the rest of Happy Face, they're going to wait for that cap there. If they had somebody else alive, I believe they could have rolled that into last. But it looks like that's what they want to do anyway, as Corsa taking the lead. Zaylor, however, got headshot, and that's going to slow down any chance they had. That is not what you want to lose if you're pushing into last off of a Dryad.
Yeah, for sure. And, well, Meat Market are at least going to see what they can get done here. Sin from Dungeon, though, having a little bit of difficulty getting the damage out. Sandblast is going to take out Ash at the same time, so at least it's a little bit of a trade. But then again, there goes Sandblast. A 1 for 1 turns into a 1 for 2. I guess now that ends up being a 2 for 3, which is not completely terrible, but it's still, you're on the defense. It's not where you want to be. Side Guy bombing in. Does force the Uber out from 404. Both sides, rather. Baradactyl and 404. 404s, though, is really just soaking up bot mode, but they don't necessarily have the players there to get the damage done. Bot mode trying to do something. Did manage to get a kill on Yosh, but Smiley Face, we're going to have to back up here.
Yeah, at least they did manage to get the Uber out of Meat Market, but nothing else really going the way of Happy Face. That is going to be both, at least Yosh down right now as the rest of the other scout on the side of Happy Face spawns up. So they're going to be building on second now, try to get that Uber up once again so they can, you know, try it all again. However, Bear is up on the 70%, very even to 404's 80%. So I believe we're just going to see, you know, some classic counter sack play coming out very soon. Unless we have Yosh on the spy.
Yeah, they should have seen him pick up that ammo pack, though. Yeah.
Side throwing out the taunt after the pick onto invisible Yosh. Good awareness from him, though. He noticed the pack missing.
You know, we generally have to keep player chat off, but there's always some amusing stuff in there. Yosh threw out their baby's first kill, huh? And, well, Meat Markets still desperately holding on to last here as 404 with an overcharge advantage. Lost a few players, but they're holding back. And we'll just re-engage here once they got their respawns.
Once again, picks are traded. You know, we're back to square one. Both medics still have their Uber charges. Sandblast is on the sniper, so it looks like they don't have any intention of pushing out anytime soon. It's going to be on to Happy Face to make a move, but it looks like that's what they want to do. They don't want to waste any time for us. And they're going to take it straight into last to solo chariot onto both scouts.
Wow, but the players coming from behind. Getting big frags of a Sin. Sai on the point. No, he's got it.
Sai!
Oh, he gets it. Sai with his shotgun. Just bombing in. Gets that capture. What a play from him. It looked like that last push wasn't going to happen. With a sigh of relief from Smiley Face as they take us to 4-1 now.
Meat Market was looking so good there, but they just played around the point, and that was their downfall. But that is going to be another round in favor of them, and we're going into this next mid. It looks like Ash is going for more of an aggressive bomb this time underneath, but he is low, so he won't be able to follow up on anything else while the rest of his team walks across the point. They do manage to get Sandblast in the process, but Ash and 4-4 are both going to go down. So both heals are down on either side. There's going to be a little bit of a skirmish now. Happy Face is a little bit split. Zayler taking the 1v1 against Sin, while Yosh comes out on top of one against Orsa in the cafe area.
Yeah, certainly just kind of a mad deathmatch fight there. As Meat Market barely holding on to this, but oh, Zayler coming in. Patty will get the kill there, the assist. Also bot mode going down as he's trying to bot mode in. And the capture will eventually go down here for Meat Market, but they're going to have to pick up a bunch of rounds here real quick.
Patty found a rocket onto both of those players. I think Zayler bombed in, but didn't know that Patty was just there waiting for him. And one clean rocket managed to pick him up, but Meat Market wants to roll into second now.
Oh,
Ash.
no, yeah, Ash with the bomb over the top on Baradactyl gets the kill there. 4-4 is getting pushed into by players from Meat Market. 4-4 back by Shutter, though, is still feeling pretty comfy. Corsa and Psy Guy going to be able to help with some protection there. It's just really Sandblast here. Sandblast, though, does get two. 4-4's arrow is not able to connect. Sandblast wants to make something happen, but
He's not done. Look at him.
yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
He wants them to follow. He says, come with me. No, Happy Face is going to be a little bit smarter. They're not going to chase that Sandblast trail of candy being left out from him. The rest of the Meat Market combo is going to spawn up. You know, Bear died in that exchange to a fantastic bomb from Ash. So that is going to put the Uber, in favor of Happy Face as they get close to choke here.
All right, yeah.
Our control point is being captured.
And so, well, with that overcharge being exchanged, Smiley Face will be able to take that point, so I'm gonna be pretty happy about that.
kind of uneventful. I think Meat Market
Yeah.
knew that Happy Face wanted to walk in there, and they played
Yeah.
their positioning very passively, so they could leave before Happy Face even got in.
I mean, it's pretty classic stuff at top level TF2. I mean, just teams that are very good at playing cautiously. They know what the advantages are. They know what kind of the tempo of the map is. Meat Market understand that this is their time to push. They're actually able to find some very nice frags here. 404 backing up, and now the question is whether Meat Market will be able to press the advantage quick enough, perhaps get a kill on 404 before he gets an uber charge. But it looks like at least they have been able to leverage that uber charge advantage to get 2 rounds. Or 2 caps, excuse me.
Yeah, 4-4 opted to play very safe there, back up with the Uber that he still had, and he's going to have 100% on that now, and the Uber is going to come out of the side of Meat Market. They want to take this last, put another round on the board, and 4-4 doing a good job of keeping his teammates alive with these flashes. Ash is doing a great, Corsa is doing a great job of chasing out the rest of the Meat Market players, but Meat Market's just biding their time. I think they want to refight here, as Sandblast goes and gets the kill on the Sai.
Yeah, good stuff from them. Ash on the heavy weapons guy. Something we really didn't see much on the first half, but doing a good job there with the Tomislav and the Sando.
Yeah, I think there might be a bit of a disconnect because I see Sandblast coming in and getting these wacky picks, but the rest of his team is out. Maybe he's just going for salvages, but it looks like he's on the spy now, so we won't be seeing that again.
Definitely need to salvage something from this. 5 minutes left on the clock, 3 rounds as mentioned. I mean, they're close to pushing on the last here. So it still definitely is a technical possibility for them to be able to get enough rounds here.
A bit of a 4D chess play there from Sandblast. If you didn't notice, he disguised as that friendly sniper and peeked lower.
Oh, nice.
To fake Happy Face into thinking that they had the sniper.
That is some top level psychopathic spy moves right there. And the Sandblast.
Ash checks those.
Ah, the suspicions were there. He took too long. Ash sniffs him out, finds the spy. Psy Guy got trapped by Use though. He also able to find Corsa. Don't really have their full numbers. Yoshi's gonna have to be able to catch up to the combo here, but with the 1-person advantage, even numbers, they're at least gonna try their luck. Not able to get in though.
I tell you, eXtine players have just been dying left and right this entire game, but we haven't really seen any big pushes come out of it. Maybe it's just everybody's a little aggressive here, but it looks like Meat Market now finally wants to get in. They get the force out of Happy Face, but Happy Face is a little bit better. 404 going to switch the beam over to Corsa, have him chase out the rest of the Meat Market combo. But now Uber's up on nobody, and we're going to potentially see either a dry push or them slowing down the game again.
Yeah, and Patty got stuffed on that push out, wasn't able to jump in, and you know, this sort of exchange is fine in some sense, but with 4 minutes left on the clock, not really. Yosh and Sin go down, but Patty's able to find the rocket on 404. Beardactyl has gone down though, so it's 50 health between 2 players for Meat Market. And that's just getting worse as Patty was actually in lobby. He picked up the health pack, but
Patty!
Yeah, gets the trade, but goes down to bot mode. 2 players up for Smiley Face. It's a scout and a soldier, so they should be able to get the capture here on second to at least buy some space for their teammates. Their soldier is behind. Of course, does get the capture. 404 here, though, maybe a little too far out. Have to be careful.
Market knows it's do or die time. They're just going to keep pushing here.
And he also had Ash behind, so he's actually going to be able to jump forward, get the pressure, the punish on Use. Sin trying to come forward here. Now the exchange is Sai who's pushing forward. Patty has gone down. Sin trying to find some frags, though. Not quite finding the perfect damage on 404, though. Yosh, though, is there? Oh, no, it's the roller. 404 goes down anyways, though, to the follow-up from Sin, who's gotten a 2K. She's waiting for the pack. It's going to be a couple seconds, though. And the ambush from behind. Oh, Ash does get the kill on her.
Sin was conscious of the player behind Corsa, the Corsa factor, but I think Sin was paying a little bit too much attention to that because Ash was able to spawn up and pinch Sin in the process.
So 2:15 left here on the clock for Sunshine. Patty with a shotgun kill. Meat Market fighting on mid, but Corsa going down to Beardactyl. Certainly things starting to get a little bit sloppier here. as Meat Market desperate just to get some action done. Playing risky. Smiley Face gonna put an end to that though.
Happy Face managing to close out that mid there. Only 2 minutes left. Meat Market knows they can't be on the defensive anymore because Happy Face has that round advantage. We're going to be seeing some pushes out of Meat Market very shortly. Sandblast looking to see if he can open anything up for his team on that sniper. But no dice. Ash is going to put some rocket pressure onto him. And Meat Market is forced back to last now, which is where they do not want to be.
No, certainly. Smiley Face, you know, they just want to close this map out. You know, if you can get it to the score line instead of the time limit, that's a nice little moral victory. Are going to be able to find the kill on Patty. Yosh has flanked with his Pyro. Does get a reflect kill on Psy. Baby's first reflect kill. We'll see, though, what Smiley Face can get done here. They do have Sandblast still fighting on the point. Pretty sure got an arrow heal there. Sandblast going to have to go big against Sailor and bot mode. Bot mode not really finding the damage on the medic.
Bot mode.
Medic keeping the heals out. Patty gonna come in with the support bot mode. Couldn't quite get it done on the medic there.
Yeah, and with that, I think we're into what we call garbage time eXtine, where you know not too much more you can do about that. Happy Face is gonna take the first map, Sunshine, I believe 4-1.
Yeah, and that will be the ending score here, barring a cap in the next 20 seconds. And of course, it is going to go for it. I don't think there's going to be anybody here able to stop it. Time to be on the capture, and they do get it. 20 seconds left on the clock, and we get the 5-1 finish.
If you're Happy Face, you're probably feeling pretty confident right there.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely pretty happy about that one. You know, just put a good stamp on it. I'd say, you know, there probably was just a little bit of a second where they like, you know, Smiley Face transitions into a thinking face, and they're like, do we really have to be scared of this use Patty switch up? And well, maybe not quite. It worked for a moment.
Yeah, to their credit, it was working out very positively for Meat Market. They're getting a lot more done. I believe that's when they put another round on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're just going to take a quick little break here because we did start over an hour and a half ago. And we got another full awesome map ahead of us, which we don't know if that's going to start right away or in 10 minutes, but we're at least going to step away from the mic as long as seems reasonable. Shout out to Aquila for joining me and Console on the production. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, as the action resumes. Please don't go anywhere. Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting right back into the action here. I'm eXtine, Console on production. Aquila joining me on the mic. Our second map. Smiley Guys up 1-0. Mid-fight underway here on Snakewater.
Yeah, it looks like we're just going to jump right into the action immediately. You haven't missed anything yet, but we are in the first mid for a fight now. Both players playing their sides respectively. Sin in with the bomb onto Ash. Very good damage onto him. Uses forced to play a little passive because he's being pressured on the point. Corsa is getting the pick onto Sin. Closing this out. Still a 5v5, but it looks like Meat Market has that positioning advantage. Bear keeping the rest of his team alive, but 4-4 did not die at all. So we're going to have an even fight on second now because the player spawn bot mode is going to come in for Happy Face, and the other player, Sin, is going to spawn for Meat Market.
Yeah, and Meat Market going to be pretty happy with this. I mean, taking mid-fight, you know. That's puts them off to a good start for the second map, something that they do need to win if they want to stay alive in this matchup.
Yeah, of course, and if you're just now joining us, we are on second map now, CP Snakewater. Smiley Face is in the lead, 5-1 on the first map, and this is the best of 3.
Sin tries to jump around into pipe, but actually just comes face to face with Psy Guy. A little bit of body block, and that's not going to work out so well for the bombing roamer. Smiley Guys are going to try to bomb in response, and I'm actually not sure if the soldier behind was spotted or not. See how that works out. And
regardless,
response here.
Regardless, he's all the way back there. I'm not sure if there's not much he can do because the Ubers are being traded between Meat Market and Smiley Face on second now. It is only bot mode left alive on his team though to stay in.
The control point
And that looks like it's going to be a clean take from Meat Market.
This is sort of similar to when Ash was on Spy, where it's sort of just like you get so far behind that actually you're really a kind of a detriment to your team. And then he also, you know, kind of exposes his presence. I mean, pretty sure they knew where he was, or knew he was behind them, but then to just shoot like an errant rocket out of window. Now he's really trying to drag those two players back, but at the same time,
He's doing a good job of it.
He is. Will that be enough to actually get Smiley Face to come out here? Ash is still fighting. Finally goes down.
Alert. Our last control point is being captured.
Well, Yosh throws himself in there. Actually gets some decent time on the point. Probably a fair amount of that will fade out, though. The Ubercharge is ready to go here, so maybe also that's a sign that Yosh might just come up snipe and they might just take this nice and methodically.
Meat Market played that pretty well, knowing Ash was behind. You know, they slowed down. They didn't push yet until they knew Ash was a kill confirmed. And now with that, they have the presence to take lobby. But Happy Face is not out of the running yet. They have bot mode on that sentry gun. It's going to buy them a little bit of a peace of mind. And Ash is now up, of course. And meanwhile, on the other side, we have Corsa on the sniper class.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle of snipers here right now. Yosh sniping from train. Corsa looking down a similar angle. Corsa also has to deal with a couple soldiers. I like this dispenser, which also has gotten upgraded.
Look at this angle from Yosh. This is crazy.
Bot mode actually is repositioning a sentry. Kind of awkward timing for it, but thankfully for him, he's not going to be able to get punished there. And I really like the low ground sentry. 7 was using that at I-65, and that can just be really difficult to dislodge.
Yeah, if you didn't see it, Corsa managed to win that sniper 1v1 onto Yosh, getting him and then hitting a headshot onto Yosh in quick succession. But Meat Market wants to take this Uber in anyway. They're down that player, but 404 is going to manage to surf all the way to spawn and hang on to that.
Yeah, I think Meat Market are going to accomplish encouraging Smiley guys to push out. It's unfortunately their Uber charge in. Patty got completely stuffed. Sandblast out on the Spy, so we'll see if actually Meat Market can keep Smiley Face at bay here, or if they're also just trying to maybe set something up for Sandblast. Big bomb over the top from Psy. Not a nice rocket, and then bounces back, but doesn't get a kill. Sandblast. And maybe a decent position here to get a stab. Bot mode. Wow. Actually, I love that play. I don't know if I've seen that before.
No, that's a new one to me, and that's what's so funny about it. But while we had our eyes on bot mode, it looks like the rest of Smiley Face walked across mid and kind of steamrolled Meat Market, getting 2 picks. And they want to take that aggression into second, completely pressuring the rest of Meat Market out. But the Spy, Sandblast, getting the kill on the bot mode, might turn things around a little bit, but he's going to get spotted out by the medic. Zayler. Everybody's all over the place eXtine.
Awkward out. He had to end up on Spy there for a while. Meat Market are going to be able to save this midpoint. The capture does not get completed. And Ash still has some time left on his respawn timer. Sandblast probably going to be up scout here. We'll see. Yep. And good opportunity for Meat Market to get second here. And it would be pretty motivating for them if they could get on the board first here on the second map.
Yep. In the meantime, we have Happy Face setting up on the last. 4-4 has that Uber charge. They have the heavy weapons guy, which might manage to slow down Meat Market when they inevitably throw a sack into the last of Happy Face.
Yeah.
We're just going to slow down here. We're going to have Sin kind of peek that lower. It looks like that's where he wants to go. I think he's going to try to double sack with Yosh. That's kind of been the trend that they've followed throughout this best of 3.
Yeah, we do have the heavy weapons guy instead of a sentry gun, so choosing for the mobile version. Patty does get a kill on Corsa, who's gotten his way out in the lobby. There were some stickies above the wall there as well. All 8 from use all over that side. But with that player advantage, still not going to be a push in here.
Yeah, Yosh kind of padding his DPM stats with the ball peeking lower, but like you said, we're not really seeing anything so far. It looks like we're going to have Corsa once again spawning up on that sniper class. Let's see if he can get an opening pick for us. Peeking this classic top right angle. You know, I don't know if he's been cleared out yet, or called out yet, excuse me, but as we know, the first shot is always the most important. Does manage to get a headshot onto the scout. I'm not sure which one that was. I think it was Sandblast. And that the presence and the terrifying nature of that sniper alone is going to push them out of lobby.
And Ash actually gets picked up from suppression on the ground from Yosh. Oh no, Sin goes down as well. So just as it looked like Meat Market might be surging forward, Corsa puts a stop to that. And bot mode have switched off that heavy weapons guy too. The engineer is going to stay on it. Corsa going down, so you know, push out not really going to happen here from Smiley Face. The overcharge does come out from Baradactyl though. Patty once again though having problems getting some penetration there. He gets stuffed on the doorway.
Yeah, overall Meat Market does manage to come out on top of that because they get those 2 picks, but Patty gives his life in the process, so there's not much follow-up they can have there.
Ooh,
because...
the Patty spy.
Interesting. We haven't seen this yet because Patty's been kind of confined to that Demo Man prison. But now that he's on that soldier, he has the freedom to off-class. We might see something out of him very soon.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's just hiding in this left side here. Hasn't shown himself quite yet. He's going invisible. Patty sneaking through the lower area. Pulling his best solid snake impression. He knows bot mode's moved the sentry gun now. Communicated that to the rest of his team. He's on that cloak and dagger. And it looks like the rest of this Uber's
What is this?
I don't understand. Maybe they're on just some chaos theory right now.
I don't know if they're trying to bait him into a spy backcap, but I mean, it's a pretty low percentage play. It also involves a lot of loss, a lot of sacrifice. And Patty, you know, still now in lobby as a spy. Push out that they were maybe expecting isn't happening.
And no good comes out of that interesting, unorthodox push.
Yeah.
Meat Market, but regardless, they do manage to get the Uber Force, and we're gonna have another last stalemate. It's your favorite time of the night.
Yeah, and Patty, again, Cloak and Dagger, he's gonna try to just creep his way in here. Bot mode on the heavy weapons guy though seems pretty paranoid. And in that last push, I mean, Patty was standing in the middle of a bunch of Ubered players invisible, and the sentry tracks into the Ubered players, and Patty got exposed. He also actually dodges a rocket jump right by himself, and then also dodges the bullets. We have the Uber exchange going in again, and Patty again seems to be just waiting for the perfect moment, but I'm surprised he's not actually getting on point or further back into the corner.
I think the play here that we're missing is that Meat Market is trying to exchange end to last so Patty can back cap.
Yeah. I mean, it's just such a small percentage play. Now's his time? No?
He knows about bot mode and spawn, and Corsa as well. Because both of them are spawning.
Okay.
Oh,
No, Corsa's found him! It's the revolver he wanted to kill! Corsa, take it down! Patty with the plays!
It paid off in the end. eXtine, I mocked him, and for that I'm sorry.
I want to say that I think in the upper bracket matchup between these guys, Patty had a clutch defensive spy play, and then had a defensive spy play where he gave away the round. So right there though, Patty, there's nobody but him. The commitment to the play. Meat Market on the board, 1-0, but let's see what they can do against these high bombs. Ash coming in, didn't get a whole lot of damage, but does get a nice air shot on Patty there in the exchange. It's gonna be Sin and Sandblast. The first one's down though. Baradactyl in some trouble. Sai also as well. He's on catwalk though, still spitting damage out though. Use and Patty down, but Baradactyl and Yosh, only survivors for the Meat Market. Supplies have been decimated.
Happy Face played a very good post there. They managed to collapse onto meat market efficiently in that lower area. Got the picks in their favor, and those late spawns are gonna give Happy Face the second point. They might be able to get Sin as well. Oh, this is so good for them.
Yeah, meat market up 1-0. Sandblast playing defense here gets the snipe on Sailor.
Can he get another? Oh no. I mean, that's enough work that you have to do for your team. Saigai is now on the direct hit. I'm curious as to what they're thinking right now. What's their counter strategy? They know Sandblast is on that sniper. Maybe Saigai is gonna try to counter snipe him with the direct hit.
Personally, I love it. I mean, I don't know. I got roped into some Highlander recently, and DH Highlander like Soldier works out pretty good. But it's like one of those weapons that like you can put it on and you get like a couple kills, and then you just like pat yourself on the back, and you're just like, dude, I'm the smartest guy in TF2. And then you miss 5 rockets, and your teammates like, seriously, you're gonna run direct hit? You know? And we'll see how it works out for him. Saigai does go down. Ash did get the Uber charge popped off, but have lost a few players.
Yeah, I like the little bit of variety that's coming in, but the Uber's gonna come out regardless, even though Happy Face has that demo man down. They're just gonna double scout into the sentry gun. But it looks like it's working out for them because 2 players are now down on the side of meat market. We have Yosh in and Patty as well with the bomb onto 404, cleaning up the players that were straggling a little bit.
I think bot mode might end up with some nightmares though of like throwing a full pistol clips at Pterodactyl and not getting any damage. Because that happened on Sunshine, and just right there as well, it was just like the attempt to scavenge something from that fight, but he was not able to get the kill. Now Pterodactyl 90%. It's a humongous advantage. They're going to push into kitchen, but Sandblast goes down to a trap from Sailor. The pop also forced out by Sai with this direct hit. They are fearing it. Pterodactyl does get the saw kill. Gives them a little bit of extra juice. Not a ton to do much with, but they are going to be able to capture mid.
Yeah, we had Bear going with that saw, managing to get the kill on the Saigai. You know, when we had the other soldier, I don't know who it was, I think it might have been Ash, or it might have been Sin, missing those rockets. But regardless, a good pick from him, another one for the stats. Meat Market now controls the middle, however 404 is up on the Uber charge. And it looks like we're going to see a push from there very shortly into the saw area.
Yeah, and just kind of patience here. Meat Market doesn't have any reason to really get going before they have this Uber charge. And Smiley Face are just basically going to give it to him.
Yeah, like you said, Meat Market's up around right now. They don't want to try anything risky. They want to take it slow. You know, they play Patty for that back cap, and they want to hang on to that 1 round advantage that they do have.
Corsa poking a little bit in Saw. Meat Market are starting to take that position though, as they're comfortable with this Uber charge that they have. Ash over on lower, not much pressure there from Meat Market.
Yeah, kind of forward. This is a spot that players check though, so I would be kind of concerned for Ash if they were playing more forward in Saw here. But aside from that, pretty standard play. Meat Market looks like they're going to send their sack. It is going to be Sim with the fake bomb at first. I don't know if it was a fake bomb or just a beef jump, regardless. But at least Sandblast.
We'll just call it a fake.
We'll call it a fake bomb. Yeah. to his credit. However, the rest of the team looks like nobody wants to make a move yet.
Yeah, we do have a fight 1v1 going on. Ash versus Yosh. And bot mode's going to have to come in there to help. And actually, yeah, frags traded all over the place. It's going to end up being a triple exchange from Meat Market. They do get the Uber charge popped off, but this is kind of awkward. Pterodactyl completely by himself. Might be able to meet up with Patty. Patty can't drop out of the window, though. His solo health in bot mode. Huge kill there. Respawners coming out, though. They get the kill on bot mode. Much stuff there to protect Pterodactyl's Uber charge. And I don't even know if Smiley guys are going to be able to capture mid. No. They have to back up here. Corsa in some trouble. Does pick up the health back, but gunned down by Yosh.
Yeah, Yosh isn't done yet though. He wants to keep rolling into second. Getting the pistol kill onto Ash, switched his target pretty quick. Pretty impressive stuff from him. Bear, I think he ate a pipe right there. So it's going to drop him pretty low, but they do control the second now. They know they have the advantage. They're not wasting any time looking to put another round on the board. Meat Market's going to Uber through last now.
Yeah, Patty kind of getting stuff from the heavy weapons guy versus the normal wall that he's been hitting today. And Zai up top though, or sorry, no, that was Ash. He goes down. 404 also got capped in the exchange here. 3 players for Smiley Guys facing up against 4 though with Medic from Meat Market. 5 seconds before 404 can come out, but they're not really getting on point here. Patty, Use, and company gotta get some frags. Starting to put that pressure though on point though. The scout is on the point here. Dragging players in. Course have finally gone down. 2-0 lead for Meat Market now.
All right, Meat Market has some momentum now. You know, it's a new map, new team. They can turn this around. If they come out on top of this, we're gonna go into a third map. We're gonna have clear cut. Meat Market has 2 rounds on the board. It's gonna be up to Smiley Face to make something happen on this next mid.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a typical invite playoffs in North American TF2 unless we're playing past midnight. Use actually ends up killing himself as Bobo was in his face and a pipe. Oh, Beardactyl's gonna crater. Nothing you can do against that. But thankfully for Meat Market, they're cleaning up. Ash the only player left, but no, not gonna be able to do it. The scout is capturing. The soldiers are pushing forward. Meat Market up 2-0 on Snakewater here. Playing strong.
It looks like they finally found their footing against Happy Face because they're playing a lot more aggressive, you know, punishing some of these cheeky plays that Happy Face does to try to split their team. Sandblast is in through the lower while the rest of the team is distracted on second. He might be able to find something on the flank. No. That guy has the shotgun.
Yeah, good shutdown there from Smiley Face, and they are actually going to be able to hold on a second here. So those aggressive players from Meat Market kind of had to slow their roll a little bit. We do have bot mode on the spy. He's just back at spawn though, so probably just checking off glasses. So should be able to see Sandblast on the sniper there.
Yeah,
But oh, he's still back there.
He will know about it. Looks like he's just running down the lineup, checking for the spy and the sniper. Checking for the sniper again. You know, while he's doing that, okay, he's back on the scout.
Yeah.
Happy Face, rest of them are just set up on second here, stuffing any signs of aggression that Meat Market shows. It looks like they want to try to get through lower. They have it stickied off. Ash, though, setting up to hide there, seeing if he can get anything that tries to sneak its way through, while the rest of the Happy Face combo has rotated to Saw, managing to find a pick on the Sim.
Yeah, that's quite all right. Corsa getting close as well. And actually, Patty kind of an awkward bounce off of his rocket. Yosh gonna get picked off from bot mode and Kitchen. That's gonna push Psy Guy forward, trying to find Beardactyl. Doesn't get a whole lot of damage there. Beardactyl does end up using there eventually. Kind of the soft pressure. Nobody directly in his face, but Beardactyl just couldn't take the risk anymore. Patty getting forward. Might get a awkward pop from 404, but 404, very ballsy of him, holds on to it.
There's so much going on. You have these players dancing around 404 in his combo while we have Ash in that backline who finally got cleaned up. The Uber is going to come out. Only
nice.
bot mode and 404. He's being leashed while Sin in the backline picks off their demo, which is no bueno if you're Happy Face.
Yeah, I mean, Sin getting the pop out and the demo. So very good results from her. And the counter push, once that happened, we did have Sandblast on Sniper, but he was able to back up and rotate. Bot mode and Corsa go down, Use goes down, but that's 3 for 1. There's what I like to call fair trade coffee, my friend.
Yep. All the players from Happy Face are forced to reset. Zayla placing that sneaky little trap in the rock. I've seen that drop quite a few medics in my day, but I don't think it's going to be catching anything because Meat Market is trying to roll through Saw here. They might get Ash. Looks like Ash was going for a force on the Bear, but the positioning was not quite there yet.
And pressure from Sin to back up Smiley Face into lobby. There's actually a lot of aggression here. Patty's going to get the Uber charge popped on. Gets picked out of the air. barely flashed by Beardactyl, though, in time to rescue him from any further damage. The fight taking place in front of the left-hand spawn. Sin jumping over the top, though. No, gets taken out. Not enough players forward here to get any cap time. Patty juggled up in the air. The Uber charge comes out here, and Beardactyl getting chased down. Saigai and Ash both going on top of the train here. Zeus gets cleaned up behind that. Beardactyl actually getting some arrows and getting away. Big plays there.
Great plays coming out of Bear. I was certain that Bear would follow suit to Use getting picked off by that bridge.
Yeah.
But regardless, Bear did manage to live. However, he did not have a kill target for the majority of that. So Ubers are going to be pretty even, if not even an advantage for Bear here. Looks like they want to fight mid anyway.
Bear takes a lot of damage. Patty goes down as Bear has to retreat in the saw as well. And 10 seconds before Patty can come back, he will get back spawns. I don't know if Smiley Face will, probably won't push this dry. Just wait for the Uber charge and then see what they can possibly open up. With 7 minutes left in this half and a 2-0 lead, they can just maintain the status quo. Meat Market are going to be quite happy with it.
Yeah, it looks like Happy Face wants to get on the aggressive here now, however, though. They're rolling into second. They do manage to get the pick onto Patty. Ash dies for it, though. Corsa does manage to get the force out of Meat Market combo. It is a solo onto Sandblast so far. And the Uber comes out of the side of Happy Face, finally managing to pick up Sandblast. However, by then, the rest of the Meat Market team has left.
Yeah, so it was okay-ish for Meat Market. I mean, they're able to get out. They're going to be able to put up a defense here. Although at the same time, Smiley Guy are pushing forward very aggressively here. They do lose bot mode, though, so despite the lack of more than a level 1 sentry, they're just not really able to get in here.
Yeah, that could have been Smiley Face's moment to push in there, but Meat Market had their soldiers rotating and spamming out that door, stopping anything that Smiley Face wanted to even attempt to try. Just great play on their part. That's going to buy them a little bit of time to set up on last. Now they have Yosh on the sentry gun once again. The Ubers are even on both sides, and Sandblast checking the off classes. You know, he knows that the other team doesn't have a sniper, however they know bot mode is on, or doesn't have a spy, but they know bot mode's on sniper.
And we'll see how aggressive they want to get here. It looks like Course is trying to inch that shutter. Oh, it does get Beardactyl with a fully charged shot. What a snipe there from bot mode with Corsa opening the shutter. Very well executed.
Yeah, they knew he was there too. This is fantastic for Smiley Face. It might be their opportunity to put a round on the board for this half. Playing this left side, getting their heals up so that they stay buffed. They have the medic advantage right now. You know, Bear just now spawning to connect with his team. Taylor doing a good job of blocking out the point presence. Petty bombing in, putting a ton of damage onto the combo, but not able to find anything yet. Happy Face is just biding their time and getting these picks, and it is working in their favor so far.
Yeah, 404 is actually feeling kind of sketched out. He's having to back up here. There's a scout over there. They picked up Psy Guy. Does look like Meat Market are going to be able to stabilize here. Oh, no bot mode. Point blank on Yosh.
Love to see those, but he does trade his life for it. He did manage to get Yosh, so it's going to be a 5v5 scenario. They'll spawn at relatively the same time, which I think is what he was waiting for.
Yeah, you sort of got to wonder as well if that was just, you know, he knew that the sniper game was over. If he wants to come up as, oh no, he's back on sniper. I take it back.
He wants to try it once again. 404 does have the Uber up as well as Bear. So let's see if he can pull out another miracle shot and give his team another chance to do that over.
And yeah, Sandblast with the attempt to counter snipe. He's in lobby. They should see his dot though against the wall. Pretty clear about where he's pushing from. And actually, Psy Guy with that shotty picks him off.
Bot mode doing his magic, getting the pick onto Yosh. Saigai traded his life for it though. Meat Market is down 2 defending last. This is looking good for Happy Face so far, but both of the Ubers are coming out. Nobody else managed to get in.
Yeah, they do have Sandblast coming back up. Yosh will be back up shortly as well. See if bot mode can get anything done with the sniper as it sort of transitions into a dry push. At the same time, Smiley Face backing up a little bit. 3 minutes left on the clock for Meat Market to hold this out until halftime. Sandblast down low, maybe gonna try to pick off Ash. No, Ash backs up. And a rotation to the offense's left-hand side. Bot mode tries to rotate. We also have the counter snipe from Yosh ready to lock that down as well. Bot mode might go for that shutter play again. He's charging it up, but this time the attempt to open it will not find Baradactyl as he's standing on the stairs.
Yeah, he's got to know that the rest of the team is playing very scared right now, so it's gonna be really tough to get these angles off. Meat Market knows they've learned from their mistake that happened relatively like 3 minutes ago, and Yosh is counter sniping, getting the pick onto Corsa. That is going to put a little bit of fear in the hearts of Smiley Face. Not quite that aggression in lobby that they had before.
Yeah, certainly going to slow the tempo of this just a little bit here. The player has returned though, so bot mode going to try to go back to sniping, but has to find some rotating for some new angles. Going to be looking down low here.
Look at how aggressive this is.
Yeah, bot mode goes down.
Yeah, he had Bear in his sights, he just wasn't able to get the shot off in time. There were too many variables there, too many people that could potentially block it. And he got cleaned up before he could get it off. Let's see if he spawns Sniper again.
Yeah, 2 minutes left here. And Sandblast went on Spy as well. He didn't really get out. I didn't really see where he died, but at least for his benefit, the Ubers get exchanged. One player going down on each side. There goes 4-on-4 though, dropped us in. She pulled off a snipe there through Shutter. And conversation going on in chat as well. Psy Guy kind of getting challenged on his kill on Sandblast, but he's saying, it's random, I swear. 404 respawning as the rest of the Smiley guys get shut down. And they're going to have to watch out for Psy. Really the only concern here, but no, he's going to back up. They're going to get the capture on second point. And 1 minute left here. Meat Market might be able to drag this out to halftime and hold on to this 2-0 lead.
Yeah, it is only 55 seconds left. Ivy Face, this is their last chance to put a round on the board for this half. Finishing out this cap on a second, but looks like Meat Market wants to fight it. They have a bomb in. It is both of the soldiers, Sin and Patty. They do manage to get some of the core players of Happy Face, but they trade their soldiers in that fight.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that turns out for Meat Market. It was a little bit sketch for a second there. I was worried that they were getting out-fragged, but 2 shotgun kills by their soldiers. And actually, speaking of the shotgun side, it's 2 huge frags. 20 seconds left on the clock. He is chasing. Okay, maybe not that hard. But Meat Market, they are down. Players coming up in 5 seconds. Can Smiley Face get out here? They need to finish the capture. 10 seconds left on the clock. Spawners are going to be coming out here for Meat Market. Side thrown up in the air. Uber charge is out. It is fading, but they're not going to be able to get the capture.
Oh man. I kind of moved Meat Market to the recycle bin there and deleted them with that shotgun.
Yeah,
it was kind of funny to witness.
Yeah, unfortunately they couldn't rally, but I mean that is certainly the strength of a shotgun soldier. It will just decimate scouts.
Yeah, definitely not something you see too often, but Sai has a history of making it work. I'm sure there's been plenty of coverage of him going absolutely crazy with that shotgun.
Oh yeah,
it's another one for the books. But regardless, Meat Market did manage to come out on top in that first half.
And speaking of books, let's take a look at the logs. Yosh was our big winner in the frag contest with 23. So hats off to him. Corsa, a lot slower of a map, just 9 and 16 with 200 DPM.
Yeah, it has been a very slow map, so I wouldn't expect too much in the damage department from either team.
Yeah.
Psy Guy leading the top on that pocket soldier. Probably doing the most, you know, you're up close with those exchanges, holding that front line for your team while you take the beam. So he's gonna have plenty of opportunities to put out damage, but The stat that's going to stand out, of course, is Yosh. Only one breaking into 23 frags. And it's come to show because Meat Market is up 2 rounds on this next map, whereas when we were playing Sunshine, Happy Face was kind of 5-1ing them.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. Obviously, Meat Market, want to be able to push us all the way to the 3rd map, while Smiley Face, they had some positives there. I mean, Sunshine was 2-0 at halftime, and in that map, the team that did have the lead just kind of continued to twist the arms and, kind of exert the small advantages that they had in a way to, in that map 5-1. Was in the favor of Smiley Face, and as we've discussed, this is a best of 3, and Koth clear cut would be the decider at the end of the day if we need it.
Yeah, we could potentially see that. It just depends on how this next half goes, if Happy Face can adapt. Maybe it was just that they were stronger on the Sunshine map, but it's still been pretty back and forth regardless, so I think Happy Face still has a chance to stay in this. Once again, it's only 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So there's plenty of time, there's plenty of space, and not enough pressure for them to not be completely out of this.
I just want to see real quick. I'm trying to do some research on the side here to see these teams' history on clear cut this season. That is a newer map, and some of these teams as well. There were a few forfeits over the season. It does look like clear cut was played at least once by by Meat Market up against Dunk Masters, which they won that matchup.
From what I see, I don't think Smiley Face has played clear cut at all.
No, that appears to be the case. So, I mean, that's a map where it is a new map. Some of these invite teams, while they're pretty experienced all across the board, sometimes these teams, when it comes to a new map, they're like, yeah, we'll just play it once. We'll just continue to ban it out. Once it really gets accepted, that's when we'll really start grinding it. But some of these maps, when they're just kind of in this like flexible state, I don't know, it definitely is a question mark if we get there. How will Smiley Face perform on clear cut? But we got one more half ahead of us. 4:04, ready to go here at 1 a.m. in the morning, his time locally, and I'm sure we will probably ready up here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long night, and I think Sandblast acknowledges that as well.
Yeah. He's also even acknowledging the fact that he's here as a ringer. He's saying, I'm not even getting paid for this. And the losing team here does end up as 3rd place, So this is, still these teams have come away. They have accomplished something. They're going to be disappointed if they walk away at whatever time we wrap up as not the winner. But then again, they have made accomplished 3rd place in the league by just even making this match.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think we've talked about it at all, but eXtine, what are your predictions? I mean, we only got one half left on this second map. It could be the decider. Do you see Happy Face coming back?
Snakewater is an odd map. I'm not sure what sort of quotient there is for maps that are just blowouts or maps that like really kind of come down to like a team's map. Snakewater, sort of out of the pool of maps, kind of seems like one of those maps where some teams sort of just struggle on it. They just can't quite figure it out, get it together. And I'm not sure if that's what's happening with Smiley Face, but you kind of have to consider that possibility, considering that they won that first map 5-0 in pretty strong fashion. And then to come into this map and to get down and then like not really be able to battle their way back up, like they fended off Meat Market, but they didn't really necessarily spend a whole lot of time on Meat Market's side of the map. So I think Meat Market can close this out. That's my belief. But Smiley Face are a very strong team. You never know. You never know when it comes to TF2.
Yeah, right. I kind of agree in that sense. I totally see Smiley Face having the chance to bring it back, though.
Yeah.
You know, they've played incredibly back and forth, both on this map and on Sunshine, but they did manage to close out Sunshine. I think they just need to get into that mindset that they played on Sunshine, and they can turn it around still, because Meat Market still only has a 2-round lead. That's not very much when you think about it. And they've got an entire second half to come back. And speaking of the second half...
My HUD was a little broken for a second there. I was like, they're rolling out with 5, but no, just a weird kind of pause issue there. We are 6v6 here as our second half gets underway. Meat Market up 2-0 as this mid-fight gets underway. Sandblast cuts over quickly. Doesn't take a lot of damage, though. Sin also quick on the aggressiveness, but gets punished for it.
One thing I just noticed is that Sai roll out on heavy.
Yeah, he's taking a page from Seven's book. They won this map at the I-65 Grand Finals with a lot of money on the table. And, well, I just got to say, out of TF2, I'm more surprised that we don't see cheesy strats like this when there's serious things on the line. And right now, lower bracket finals and Smiley Face don't want to go to a third map, so there's a lot on the line, but they are going to get forced to use this uber charge as Sai on this heavy weapons guy is just so much more stationary than he normally is on Pocket Soldier.
I love this.
Yeah, Sai in Africa, though, it's going to yeah, it's just going to get punished for that. Yosh has gone down. It's 4v4 right now. Sin coming out, ends up taking a little bit of exchange with Ash, but still alive. Used with a nice pipe on Sailor. And the heavy weapon strap might be backfiring here. Smiley Face getting pushed back onto midpoint.
Heavy has that damage output, but you can't really cover much ground, and you're dealing with all these mobility classes. It's kind of a hard scenario for you to fight, and Meat Market is taking complete advantage of that because they're rolling Happy Face all the way out of mid now. 404 just barely managing to escape Patty killing off bot mode with the shotgun. However,
Corsa with a huge back cap. He's actually going to take it all the way. Sai throwing out the fear. Nothing you can do about that Corsa back cap. And that is the danger when you have so much time left on that point. Sai saying, going heavy again. He is a liar.
playing
tactical line
some
going
mind
on
games.
Here. Yeah, mind games. It's okay. Under the circumstances, that's okay.
And the rest of Meat Market, though, I don't think they buy it because they're just running their standard composition. Yosh going to be the first one to take this high ground. You know, not too much happening yet, but they have to be conscious of bot mode in the back line.
I don't know if they spotted him at all, though. They're just very cautious because of the heavy call out. Bot mode coming from behind. No Sandblast. Oh, turned around at the right moment. Caught that. And Smiley Face. They put a round on the board. Oh, although Psy Guy gets Barodactyl right at the end there. So salvaging that a little bit.
Psy Guy with the classic Shade Boom body, getting that pick on the player that he needed to kill. So that is going to slow things down for Meat Market. You know, they don't have that uber advantage to push with. And 404 spawning just in time to keep everything even here. And it looks like Happy Face wants to fight second.
Yeah, and so Smiley Guy's gonna be controlling this, but Meat Market again still in the round lead. They have bled one round, so it's not nearly as comfortable as it was. And Smiley Face with that one pick, gonna see if they can maybe get some turf here. Sticky's on the wall though. The fake charge call. Bot mode going down on the side.
Oh, that's 2 down on Happy Face. And they're holding. That's not going to be good news for them because Meat Market, they know they have that player rad. They're getting everybody healed up. You know that they want to push in here very shortly. Psy Guy jumping a little bit forward ahead of the rest of his team. But the players are coming up in time with Smiley Face. They might stick around to fight this.
Yeah, Uber charges being exchanged here. Sandblast now having to back up a bit. Sin bombing up top here. And getting just floated. Also follow-up pressure from Meat Market though. Oh no, they're getting crushed. We are heading into some late night TF2 and it all comes down to holding your mental focus. And Meat Market started this half off 2-0, and they just get wiped, pushing in a second here.
Yeah, if I'm Happy Face, I know I want to close this out right now and not let this go to a third map.
Yeah. I mean, certainly 404 sounding just a little agitated in the halftime chat, ready to go. They're definitely not going to want to play a third late night map here. I mean, that's pretty good motivation for winning.
Understandable. Corsa taking ahead of his team, leading the charge, clearing any traps that he could find, stop any variables from occurring. Sin. I think he went for the salvage force onto 404 there, but not quite able to find it at all. 404
Yeah,
not losing a sliver of health.
Yeah, she got picked up there, and 404 going to push in with the Corsa Uber charge. Level 2 sentry gun just getting up, not going to stay for very long. Corsa getting a flash there to protect from bombers. Corsa trying to get more time on the point here. And Baradactyl has gone down, so it's going to have to be a desperate hold for Meat Market. Use that half health, Sin very low, going to go down. High game, ladies and gentlemen, 2-2.
Yeah, Happy Face bringing it back, as I'd expect from them. Corsa kind of turning up in that last half. I think he got a 3K. That last point.
I mean, this is just so typical of invite TF2 playoffs, which just make the match go really late, so players just start playing loopy. We'll see if Meat Market can recover this, or if it's Smiley Face with the adrenaline pumping through their veins. The ability to possibly close this matchup. Ash going up top. Zaylor with the first kill on use. There goes Yoshi as well. Oh, Zaylor, big plays this mid-fight with a 3K thus far.
The control point is being contested.
Zaylor kind of pounding, and with that, Happy Face can roll into second here. Sandblast peeking around, taking the 1v1 against Corsa, coming out on top of that and throwing out the taunt as well.
We have captured the control point.
Yeah, and I mean, the situation's still pretty good for Smiley Face. Meat Market does have to get out here. Sim throw sky high. We'll see if there's going to be another huge air shot. With some scattered gun damage on her as she falls. Zaylor getting the sticky kill at the end there. Sai trying to hold the shed. He gets taken out. Smiley Face with an Uber charge, but backing up.
Yeah, Meat Market, they had that refight. Happy Face tried to chase, see if they could find anything, but they bled 2 players in the process, and Meat Market was far enough back to where they could just repush before Sai and crew, Happy Face could even get their footing on second. But that's going to put second back in their hold. Bot mode is still down. We might see him spawn on off class because both viewers are even.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this goes here.
That's what he's going to do. He's on the spot.
Yeah. Coming up spy. It's a pretty decent opportunity here as we've seen this map definitely slows down in these moments.
Yeah, but if I'm Meat Market, I'm probably conscious and aware of the spy at all times now after the events of tonight on Sunshine.
Though, as we mentioned, it is kind of late night TF2. And that's where sometimes stuff like the spy just sneaks through and works out. Bot mode trying to judge his distance here for a decloak.
Yeah, if he decloaks here, I'm sure he'll be heard. That is the bomb. That is going to buy some time for Botman to move in, but they knew. Meat Market was aware.
Yeah, I think he just tried to cover up that timing, was pretty smart. At the same time, the hecticness of the bomb did cause bot mode to get spotted. Ubercharge exchange going on here. A little bit more flashes for, oh my god, for Baradactyl. But Sai gets trapped in Saw Rim. And as 4-4 trying to rotate here. Oh, he does get the Saw kill on Yosh. Does go down though. And Meat Market with a slight advantage here. Ash does get the health pack respawning in Saw. So he's going to feel confident about pushing forward. Bot mode going up top, but killed by Patty.
In the meantime, both of the Smiley Face scouts are not very keen on giving that up. It looks like that's what they're going to have to do. You know, not able to find anything to turn that around. Bot mode's going to have a bit of a late spawn, so Smiley Face might have to be holding passive on last here.
But Meat Market really want to get another buff around here. Just how this entire match has been so back and forth. You don't want to give Smiley guys the knowledge that they're a round away from tying it up. And yeah, fake charges being called, but only one real one. That is on Meat Market. Sandblast right to the point, gets a bunch of time on it. Gets flashed as well in good time. Ash tries to get on the point and then jump away. He gets stuck. And
well. Players still alive for Smiley Guy. The lead has been regained here. For Meat Market, up 3-2 now. Sly Guy saying medium heavy, but no, it is Sandblast with the heavy weapons guy.
He's got the gloves of running urgently too, so his health is going to be pretty low when he gets there. If you don't know, that weapon reduces your health while you have it out. But he's healing up slowly, and it looks like they're going to play left with him. Keep the beam on that Pudis for the post fight. Use throwing some spam out. I don't think they know about the heavy yet. He hasn't shown himself. And here we go. The heavy has revved up and started shooting, but Smiley Face is playing this very well. They're playing kind of passively on this high ground, throwing some spam down onto the combo, but Meat Market keeping their heavy alive is going to be enough pressure to just push Smiley Face out if they don't get any picks very soon.
Yeah, the rock to the heavy weapons guy's scissors is the early aggression before he can get in there, but without knowing about him, they didn't do so. Sandblast, though, now is in a bit of trouble. Has to back up to, well, he wanted to get that pack down there, but they're going to have to run heavy weapons guy on second now, which is not ideal.
To his credit, though, heavy is listed as a defensive class, so maybe he can do a bit more work on this defensive scenario than he did pushing into mid. Because it looks like he's not dying anytime soon.
And we have Patty on the scout, so he's got one class left to make the cycle here of main classes and sixes. Sandblast on the heavy weapons guy here.
It's being tanked so hard.
They're getting some work done.
Just gonna whip out the shotgun now.
I just want to see Patty on medic by the end of the night. He's coming through here with this Uber charge, and it's just going to be kind of an exchange here. Sly Guy, though, does get some damage on Sin. She's just trying to do what she can in Saw, actually surviving for longer than expected.
Yeah, the Gigapudis not really doing too much so far, but Happy Face is getting buffed up. They want to refight this, try again. They're going to have to focus down the heavy very early if they want to have any chance of pushing in. But Sandblast is going to mulch Sly Guy. So there's already a player down on the side of Happy Face. Ash is going to be following suit, trying to get a force onto Bear, or a kill onto Bear, but no dice.
Yeah,
Happy Face is going to have to back up.
Yeah, Bear doing a good job, just kind of getting out. Didn't have the Uber charge, but certainly a scary situation there where they had, maybe would have banned it, or would have popped it.
Patty's on scout now. Another roster switch up.
Yeah, as soon as Sandblast switched to heavy weapons guy, Patty's
been on
I
the,
see. Yeah.
I just noticed it myself. So. But it looks like Happy Face is going to try again for a third push into the Sandblast heavy. Looks like Sandblast is keen on holding this round advantage. Yoshi's in the back line cleaning up those players that tried to flank Sandblast, and Happy Face's push is being stunted before it could even begin.
Yeah, the kill on use was okay, but the Sly Guy kind of getting trapped out there as well. Sandblast throwing out the Lamau, so those players continue to kind of jaw at each other.
Alert. Our control point is
And
captured.
yeah, Sailor gets a kill on Sin. So 5v5 here. Both teams having the overcharge. Sandblast on the heavy weapons guy still.
Yeah, he has not died yet, which is impressive, being the heavy class, but he's got the shotgun out. They bleed use, though. That's going to be very unfortunate. No damage for Sandblast to follow up on. He's going to have to do all the heavy lifting himself.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a blessing and a curse that he hasn't died yet.
Captured.
So he's still on that heavy weapons guy. Bot mode coming around for a flank from lobby. Will finds. Oh no! Bot mode gets picked up from behind by Sin, but nonetheless, Sailor gets the kill on Pterodactyl. They gotta get. Oh, this is Saw out. 404 though is in some trouble. He's got Yoshiro above 404. So weak. Does go down. That was a drop too. I don't know why he didn't pop that.
And it's just a 1v1 left. Sin versus Ash, who's going to come out on top. Both are just going to be playing the high ground, counter-jumping each other respectively. Sin looks like they're getting the upper half on this 1v1 though. But in the end, no frags.
I was hoping they were gonna like jump forward simultaneously after getting that med pack and then like air shot each other for the trade. That seemed how that fight was gonna go.
I'd love to see it happen.
Yeah.
But in the end, both players are gonna make the decision to just live the rest of their team.
Yeah, and 15 minutes on the clock and Smiley Face around down. They want to make something happen. 4 stickies on Meat Market's shed actually gets popped. And Meat Market are rotating some players around. Patty's over on the Saw side. Sandblast finally back on Scout with Patty back on Soldier.
Everybody's back to their respective roles. However, bot mode is on the Spy class again. Let's see if he can have any better luck than he did last time.
Yeah, this halfway over.
He ate a rocket early on, so that might be no bueno for him, but I don't think the rest of his team heard it. The rest of the other team heard it. He's back in the same exact spot he was. Let's see if he can get away with it successfully this time.
Yeah, we'll see if there's also another corresponding bomb coming in to distract bot mode. Oh no, once again spotted out. Yosh gets the kill there.
Senses of a jungle cat managing to hear bot mode before the second he decloaked.
Yeah, Sin trying to get aggressive through lower, and now actually it's Smiley Face who are going to be doing so. Yosh in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, pretty weak. Corsa getting the kill there. Corsa should down here, still staying alive, does finally go down. Ash with the bomb into support. Sai is there as well, just 3 up for Meat Market. They do have the Uber charge here. They'd like to get maybe another frag or at least get 404 to pop first.
Yeah,
players respawning from Meat Market. And Sai Guy in a little bit of trouble as he gets disconnected from the medic, but Use goes down behind Baradactyl's back as bot mode. Bear also getting kind of juggled awkwardly, has to use finally. 404 uses as well. Baradactyl needs some health, but doesn't take the time to grab that pack. Over by the point. Bot mode just the only person being soaked by this supercharge. Patty moving forward here with Sandblast coming from behind. 404 body block. Surf sky high, taken out of the air as well. Sandblast, huge flank there, gets some frags. And Smiley Face in some trouble. Just Psy Guy up. He's hiding in kitchen. Gonna maybe try to make a play when mid gets capped here, but things not going so well for him right now.
Control point is being contested.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to try to stay alive instead. Rest of his team is spawning up, so he's going to meet up with them. That fight was looking very good for Happy Face until, you know, the longer you stay in, the easier it is for our Meat Market because they have their heals there, they have their spawns there, and they're going to get their first because their spawn's closer. So overall, Meat Market coming out on top of that exchange. The rest of Happy Face is playing kind of passive in this lobby here. They're playing bot mode on that sniper class, but he's getting so much pressure on him.
Control point is being contested.
Yeah, a little bit of a trade there. Ash and Sai both going down bot mode. Getting some damage out though. Got some big shots on Use. It's down to 8 health here. He's going to have to grab the health pack. While actually his team wants to surge forward. They're going to go for the very quick pop here. I think 404 did a fake call there. Pressure on the point here. Sandblast getting a little bit of flash here. 404 does finally get the overcharge. And Corsa trying to look for some action after it fades, but good dodging from Meat Market as Baradactyl's going to be able to get back away to the left-hand side here. Side bombing forward, though. He's on the low ground here. Sandblast with the help of Patty. We'll get the trade there. 404 with a kill on Yosh. Meat Market might have to back up now.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they intend to do because they're all the way back on second. The Ubers are still even, but Meat Market is down 2 players. If Happy Face is going to make a move, now is their time. And it looks like bot mode, that's exactly what he wants to do because he's getting in all the way behind, going for a flank onto Use. Can he get the pick? No, Use manages the health pack. However, they do trade 2 in the process because Ash is in with the follow-up bomb, getting the pick onto him. Only Patty left alive, the most forward one. Sandblast and his medic kind of want to hang out in the back. Yosh trying to do some work on Spy in the back line, but he's going to get cleaned up as well.
Oh, Baradactyl has to pop here. Sandblast is trying to go for Science Spawn. Cycling right now. Sandblast is going to get a bunch of time here. Patty trying to protect Sandblast has gone down. There goes Baradactyl as well. That push a little hasty. Doesn't work out.
It's looking so close for Meat Market, but they just weren't there in time. Sin still wants to do something about it, but he does not know that he's going to be bombing directly into the bot mode Pudis, and he's going to get consumed in the process.
Yeah, we'll see what Smiley Face can get done here.
Well, they do have the player advantage. Sin is still spawning, and Use is just now connecting with the rest of his team. So they have the space to walk forward. There's no demo presence quite yet. So it looks like Corsa is going to play on this shed and take the high ground over the rest of Meat Market and not give them much space to push back or, you know, make any kind of refight attempt.
Yeah, 10.5 minutes on the clock here. And we do have a pause.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we'll see. We had some problems. So some players had some connection problems earlier in this match. But who knows? Who knows?
All I know is that we got 1 round advantage in favor of Meat Market. You know, we have Happy Face pushing to last. This could be their chance to potentially close that advantage out. And we're just going to be, you know, back to square one again. So it's going to be up to Meat Market to stop this aggression here and turn it around, because if they can get another round advantage, that's, you know, that's going to be pretty good for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely what they're trying to accomplish here, you know, to kind of create that space. But Smiley Face pushing hard here, and, you know, if they end up tying it up, you just got to feel some of that adrenaline of not wanting to play third maps that we mentioned. If this gets to a golden cap, just for that alone, I sort of got to lean towards Smiley Face, but we'll see. We have to get there first.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Meat Market, if they do manage to get that, you know, that next round, they have the advantage of time as well as the round advantage. So they have multiple things working in their favor. The pressure is going to be on Smiley Face. You know, they can't be wasting any time. There can't be any silly Pootis gimmicks going on.
Mm-hmm. Still might be. You never know. That is kind of the razor's edge with TF2 sometimes. Sometimes the wackiness helps out, but sometimes the desperate wackiness to try to slow things down actually hurts you. But once this pause wraps up and play resumes, then we'll be able to see who can come away with this map.
I still think that Happy Face can come out on top. You know, that's... I'm going to put this map in their favor, just play devil's advocate. Meat Market has the lead right now, but Happy Face has been playing so consistently all night that, you know, I'm going to put it on them to be able to turn it around. There's still 10 minutes left. It's only a round advantage.
It does look like we are live here once again, ladies and gentlemen.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
As a Smiley Face with 404 in charge of that Uber, we'll just be capturing second point here. Yosh was on heavy weapons, guys, switching off to NG, as Beardactyl has a charge here as well. But the push might come in quickly here.
He's playing cards with God. He almost died. I think he had 1 health there. But Use getting picked up on the Demo Man class. That's going to be kind of good for them. But
Yeah.
Happy Face trades 2 in that little skirmish, which is not going to make it worth it because Use is going to spawn a little bit quicker and he's going to be spawning closer to the point. So it looks like we're just going to have another stalemate. Sandblast on that sniper class, seeing if he can get any angles off, potentially get a drop on the 404 opening pick for somebody else to countersack.
Yeah, so tense situation here with a little under 9.5 minutes on the clock.
Sandblast checking off classes now, making sure there's not a spy so he can continue his sniper shenanigans, but he knows Corsa's on the counter sniper.
It's always the clutch play on the defense, just to go back, tuck in, change to spy, just really make sure you know what you're up against. And it looks like that's where the pause was, so good to know that that wasn't anything disruptive.
Yeah, I think it was Southern Saga, but anyway, we have the sniper v sniper. None of them are very eager to show themselves. Actually, oh no, I thought Sandblast was on spy, but just this player is invisible for me.
Yeah, of course it took a little bit of damage there in the sniper exchange. We'll see if Smiley Face tries to send in some sort of sack wave or something. Sandblast starting to get some pretty wide angles, looking into bats. Course is over there. Sandblast down to 1 health. Literally 1 health.
Playing it very very slow and steady here. Of course, Meat Market has the round advantage, so they can afford this, but the pressure is kind of on Happy Face to make something happen very soon.
Yeah, Corsa took a bit of damage there. Patty was trying to follow up with, a kill. It's actually going to be Corsa ending up that the winner of that prolonged sniper duel. Patty turns around for a split second, looking at his combo, while bot mode gets picked off by Yosh. Yosh is running the Frontier Justice, by the way, so watch out for that.
Corsa did, however, manage to get the dispenser pick, so we might be seeing a push out of Happy Face very soon here. Nope. No aggression. It's actually Corsa finding a headshot onto an aggressive Sandblast and lower.
Yeah, the aggressive Pyro, not the most common choice. Corsa goes for the point-blank shot on Patty. Wanted that door lowered again. Once again, he's sniping out of that corner, just having his teammates pop the door open to be able to snipe from left to right here on last. Side trying to get in here, used though with some big pipes. Gets the kill there. Corsa still trying to get some sniping. Now has used his space here. Pretty much. Sailor in some trouble from Sin, but Sailor is going to be able to sneak away just fine.
Corsa's playing very aggressive on this right flank here, kind of two-stepping around the stickies that are all over the floor, but he's all the way behind.
Yeah, silliness there as Patty sort of gets on the other side of him, and Botma just kind of steps in behind him to shoot behind his back, but no trick shots done there.
Yep. Happy Face is down 2 now, though. Meat Market, it's going to be on them to push if they want to push at all, unless they just want to park the bus here, because I don't see any evidence of them moving anytime soon. They got the sentry gun still up.
Yeah, it's an optional jump for sure. We have Sandblast on the spy. See if he can get a round. Yosh again with a creative teleporter, taking him back from dispenser back towards the door so he can switch classes if need be. He does want to be able to use that Frontier Justice, so he's not trying to just insta swap. Sandblast still trying to get in position here. And this was a play that won a round for Meat Market in another match, and also a play that lost them a round in another match. Sandblast, though, seems to be in pretty good position.
Oh, he can get Sailor.
Yeah, it does get the backstab on Sailor. And without a demo man and with a couple other players down, Meat Market going to charge forward here. If they can get a big bomb in, they could get an awkward pop out from 404. And Baradactyl probably going to have to use here soon. Sandblast coming from behind is like, I'm your teammate. And they're like, nah. But oh, they dropped Penny as well. If Baradactyl could get back without using it, could be okay. Oh no, now they've lost use. 10 seconds for reinforcements. At least they have a sentry gun from Yosh and some Frontier Justice crits. He's trying to keep this gun up. If they can't get it down, they are going to get 2 players respawning here. Yosh hiding that Frontier Justice still. He's going to go back. Stays as NG, still hiding the crits. Sandblast has gone down again. Baradactyl still has the charge though. Those Frontier Justice crits not getting anything done. Yosh does go down. Players down here. Baradactyl still has the charge here, has to use it eventually. And bot mode trying to get a point used with a fat pipe. 404 though now, 75% charge here.
Finally seeing some action pick up a little bit. Patty in with the initiation bomb. However, they have to spot Ash. No, Ash is going to opt to just jump out instead. Meat Market's going to be able to take this second back finally. Patty getting gunned down out of the air by Saigai while he jumps forward, trying to get another one on the Yosh, but the pressure is enough. The rest of his team is walking forward, but the Uber was forced. Meat Market is down 2, defending last. If Happy Face works quickly here and plays their positioning and manages to get picks in time, they can close this round out. The heals are out of the equation now because Bear's all the way at spawn. The Saw's going to come out. 404 getting the pick onto him. Patty bombing in, desperately trying to save the point. It is only Corsa and the demo man left alive. Zayler trying to get a pipe left onto Sin.
Oh my.
They finally managed to close it out.
What an insane push. 404 with a big saw there. And it was looking really good because Baradactyl surfed off of Ash's rocket, ended up behind him, arrowed him down. I thought they were going to be able to hold in there, but no, just the frag's not coming out. We have a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. 3.5 minutes on the clock. Game's either going to be over by the end of that, or we're heading to a golden cap.
Yeah, I know Happy Face, the pressure's on them now to make something happen because Ash and Saiga are both bombing forward. They do get the pick onto Bear, so regardless if they keep their medic alive, this is a mid that works out for them. Both of the scouts are playing very tight beam, cleaning up any of the players that try to feed in.
Yeah.
The 404 use, the final casualty is going to result in a full wipe on the side of Meat Market.
That's
Happy
one of those
Face is
situations
back in their
where
situation, excuse me.
Yeah, no worries. One of those situations where you just need to sack for med, but it's also unfortunate. You don't want the Devil Man to be the last one down there. You want him to be able to get some forward traps up. He's just respawning now, and certainly Smiley Eye might just try to roll this all the way to last and get a round lead here with not much time left.
Yep, Sandblast setting up on that Uncle Dane man before Happy Face makes their push in. Looks like they want to hold this left side. Yosh, I think he wants to try to get off a quick shot before Happy Face manages to start their push. But he's got his eyes on that shutter, and they're both playing in that spawn. But Happy Face is going for the right side, playing it very safe. They might be able to get the pick onto Patty. He's kind of low, dancing around on this crate, but nothing comes out of the Uber. Now it's up to Happy Face to play their positioning correctly to get a pick. But Ash is going to be the first casualty in this fight. Sin might follow. No, he's going to make it out to his team. But bot mode is going to get caught by the Meat Market counter aggression. And now the Uber is up on the side of Bear. Happy Face is going to be retreating into Yard now.
Yeah, Meat Market, good job on the hold there. Desperate stuff. Force it down low. Yoshi is going to spot that though, so there's going to be no flashy back cap finish here. And jump in from Ash. Oh, look at the drop on Bear! Ash with a huge play there. There have been kills on Corsa though as well. And now Zaylor going down. 404 actually in a little bit of distress here. 95% bot mode goes down, but 404 will be able to find Sai. So that drop on Bear, very productive, but they've lost the midpoint here.
Doing a good job of holding the line so his medic can get out, and the rest of the forward spawns are going to get there in time on the side of Happy Face. So 4-4 managed to hang on to his Uber. Meanwhile, the Meat Market crew is walking forward, but they don't know about the full Uber advantage. Side bombing forward, he might catch Sandblast here with the shotgun. It is only Bear. He's separate from the rest of his team, managing to link up with Use, who stickies off the rest of the combo. But the bomb is in from Saigai. It is huge for them.
Yeah, the other frags that are going down are really solid, but Yosh here with the capture. Sailor's gonna have to come back for this, and if Yosh can somehow get all the way free, okay, it's not gonna be able to do that, but at least it's gonna be able to get the capture on second here, continuing to dance around and be a distraction. 30 seconds left on the clock here. Sandblast, okay, I was gonna say, might just run forward and just try to delay. You know, like you can just slow that point down a little bit, but looks like we might really be heading for that golden cap. Smiley Face have backed up all the way, encouraging Meat Market to push forward. Only 12 seconds left on the clock here.
Yeah, I don't think Meat Market has enough time to make this work because the rest of Happy Face is set up on this defensive Tudis classes.
Nobody there to be able to capture the point. So we are heading to a golden cap, ladies and gentlemen, in our second match. Tied up 3-3. Happy guys, Smiley Face did win the first map. Meat Market pushing us into golden overtime here. Have to see how it goes. I know we have some RGL admins staying up late with us, which facets of international TF2 have been crystallized, but one remaining aspect that sometimes varies from league to league is how these golden cap times work. So I wonder if we have a limit of 15 minutes with whoever controlling mid takes it, or if we're actually completely open-ended, zero time limit.
I'd hope on the first option, the 15-minute timer. I don't think any of these gamers want to be here longer than they have to be either.
Yeah.
But regardless, I don't think either of them want to give it up completely.
I see the Twitch chat message from an RGL admin. No time limit, and I believe that was my understanding as how the rule set is written as well. As I mentioned, yeah, like that's one of those gray areas where people are so busy debating other things that this one kind of maybe still has kind of snuck in there. Yeah, there's merits to both sides,
It's kind of rare that golden caps go for 15 minutes, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. One round to rule them all. Golden cap on Snakewater here. Oh, no. Psych. Psych.
I think they forgot to exec the config.
Yeah, maybe. Looks like we are unreading properly here. Meat Market have their playoff future on the line. Smiley Face, if they can win this round here, they'll book their spot in the grand finals. No heavy weapons, guys. Yeah, just a regular mid-fight. Who's going to take this here?
Well, we're going to have the rollout first things first. Use throwing some stickies close to the saw, trying to get some early damage onto 404 potentially so that a soldier can follow up with the bomb. But nobody wants to aggress yet. It's going to be Sin, the first one to land, touching down directly on top of Sailor. Saigai might follow suit onto the medic, getting there.
The control point is being contested.
It looks like this is going in favor of Smiley Face. They're managing to keep their medic alive. The only factor left alive is Sandblast, and I don't think they know about him hiding in kitchen.
No, and Yosh kind of shows and then hides. Sandblast now backing away as well to just be like, yeah, we really just can't bleed last here, though. So Yosh looks like he's heading all the way back to switch into Engineer. Desperate times call for desperate measures for the Meat Market.
Yeah, and we know Meat Market has those defensive off classes, so they're going to be giving the second free to Happy Face. They know they have to hold this because this is the last round, guaranteed TM. And Sandblast is on that heavy as well. So we have the full setup on last heavy, Putis, etc. And Happy Face looking to make their push through the shutter.
Yeah, and the Uber Charge does come out here. Sin kind of getting floated, but also doesn't take too much damage. Is able to get a nice rocket on his side. Launch him in the air. Nobody else down for Meat Market. The heavy weapons guy is out. The push isn't going to happen. Pretty sure this is stuff. They have to back up all the way. They did get some frags, though. Pterodactyl, 25% off of Uber Charge. They need to hold for another couple seconds here before they can start getting some reinforcements.
They've got Sandblast.
They've got Sandblast. Houston's some trouble here. Pterodactyl goes down. Fight. A fight on the point, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Smiley Guy coming back from 2-0 down at the end of the first half of Snakewater. I'm sure 404 gave him a rousing speech before Golden Cap. And yeah, they wanted to put a stomp on this one and close the book. No clear cut. And there you have it.
Another time perhaps, but it looks like Smiley Face is going to be moving on to grand finals.
Yeah, maybe what Meat Market needed to do there was put Patty on medic for that last round, right? You know, just complete the cycle. But yeah, some late night TF2 and some unfortunate late game slip ups from Meat Market, just not quite able to put it together. But well played from them. Some huge frags from a lot of people throughout the night. But at the end of the day, it is going to be Smiley Guys persevering over Meat Market. And long night of TF2. Aquila, you got some final thoughts running around that head?
I think all my thoughts have been exhausted next time.
Yeah.
All the input.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I mean, I think we threw a fair amount of analysis of how that game was going throughout. As you all witnessed, it was Smiley Guys coming through at the end. This match itself got rescheduled a couple times. I know that RGL, though, would love to close the book on this first season of Traditional Sixes, though. So the grand finals of this first inaugural season will be taking place relatively soon. I'm sure we'll be letting you guys know as soon as we know, and that will be between Smiley Guys and Froyotech. Congratulations to Meat Market for ending up in third place. Couldn't quite get it done tonight, but well played by them. Thanks so much for everybody in the audience who showed up and stuck with us the entire time. We appreciate your guys' viewership so much. Also, huge shout out to my co-caster Aquila for joining me tonight, and Console running the production. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I am eXtine, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out.
Later.